Hello everybody and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Chronicles of Aeodrun Awakening series. My name is Josh, I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by some absolutely lovely people. Tom is also here, and I will get them to introduce themselves right now, starting off with Tom.
You keep trying to humble me, but it's never going to happen. Hello, it's Tom. He uses he, him pronouns, as does Brahm Shatteroak, the half-orc, half-elf fighter warlock. In the last episode, Brahm got poisoned by some drowners. Brahm is also working out that his warlock powers don't necessarily come from his associate, Hawthorne. It just has turned into black, scary venom ooze. This is fine. This is fine. I'm keeping my temper. I'm fine. Everything's working out. And, oh no, here comes the void. Yeah, so everything's great. I get to hang out with some pirates, maybe. Who knows? It's exciting. I'm also making dinner currently. So that's... I've discovered a new recipe.
Yeah. Next we have Nat.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns, and I, most of the time, play Elodie Fogg, who also uses she, her pronouns. Elodie has a little bit of a personality shift up every now and again, so right now is going to be Perceptia, who also uses she, her pronouns, because mutant blood hunter. So we change. We drink the potions, we change. Elodie / Perceptia, well, Elodie's had a bit of a stressful day with friends nearly not surviving. But generally, she was fine flying around the battlefield. Like, I know you were saying we need a long rest. I use my spell slots, but fine otherwise. Perceptia, sort of an elderly, wise owl character from a storybook, is a little bit concerned about everyone and is currently in the infirmary looking after all of the locals who were attacked by drowners. But yes, that's what she's doing.
Nice. And then finally we have Talia.
Hi, I'm Talia. I'm here. I'm playing Visenya, gone through another name change back to her original. She had pronouns, the both of us. Fiend Fallen, give me a second. Redemption Paladin Celestial Warlock. Two things. In the process of kind of getting fancy warlock level, champion of our Guardian of Light, got to this island and proceeded to get very thoroughly thrashed by the drowners and deep drowners and bigger drowners while trying to hold off a whole bunch of them on her own. Not doing great right now. What's the point of power? What's the point of her leadership? She's not having a great time. Also concerned about Brahm. Also, Perceptia is terrifying. No other person at home in the Imperium is that nice unless they've got the power to back it up. And I don't know what Perceptia's deal is yet.
She's just a nice little nana.
No one's that nice without reasons.
How about you have this lovely gingerbread biscuit?
People
and
can
then you
be kind in the Imperium. Normal people are kind to each other, but no one's nice.
Some might say that the beefling was tanking in the last session.
The beefling tanked everything and had a hard time about that.
Yes. Anyway, before we get into tonight's session, we have some sponsors and supporters to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition roll-together dice, which are being lovingly displayed right now. And if you use the code roll-together, all caps, at checkout, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you type in !code into chat right now, you can get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest that you can use in-game to give yourself items to help power up your heroes that you can gather from across the D&D multiverse and battle waves of monsters across multiple different platforms. In like consoles, PCs, mobiles, all that sort of stuff.
microwave.
And that's what
And microwave.
Like,
And your fridge as well.
what about ether-powered chillers?
Yes. That will be what Rodney is now playing on his chiller.
Absolutely.
How about
Absolutely.
lamps powered by souls from the Imperium? Can they play video games?
Can we have soul electron test, please?
Can I
Why is-
install it on Corvu, my homunculus?
Probably. Yeah,
Can we play Doom on golf?
you said about the lamps, the soul lamps, and my brain just instantly went to the Pixar lamp.
Oh yeah, no, they've got souls.
Oh, yeah.
You know, hopping around.
Anyway, we're also proud to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude is a TTRPG company that is ran by father and son who make TTRPG supplement books for various different systems. They've done the Wandering Tavern, and they are also doing a Kickstarter soon, or it's out yet, depending on when this is released. All the links will be in the chat now, and this new one is a system agnostic book, which is based on Dune and Mad Max. So go check all of that. It's called Scorchbation. If you'd like to get yourself some of their TTRPG products, if you use code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase for that. We're also proud to be supported and support Michael Dobson's character art. Mike has done all of the lovely artwork that you can see around our characters right now. If you'd like to see all of your characters done in that particular artwork, currently Mike's commissions are closed, but you can check out his Instagram page to see all of the things that he is doing.
I mean, you
there.
say that at the time of recording it's closed, but
At the time of recording, it's closed. Go over
Hey,
there and
however
check it
far
out.
ahead in time this actually comes out.
Present
This is
Josh,
true.
come in now. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, it'll just pop up now whether they're open or closed. Kobolds. Yes. And then,
Thanks, Kobolds.
massive thank you to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons. At the time of recording this, our Myth and Mythio series is currently airing on there, so you can go check that out. And there are other series that will be coming in the future, so please do go give those a like and all of that sort of stuff. Speaking of that, please do like this video if you're watching on YouTube, subscribing to the channel and commenting down below. It helps the algorithm tell us what you like so we know what to make more of for you. And with all of that, because I need to take a drink after all of that talking, we are going to go to our intro. In our last session, we had some ups and some downs. There was a big fight on the beach to try and get towards where all of the civilians were. We had some touch and go situations. We had a flying blood hunter going around not taking any damage at all. We had a beefling tank taking all of the damage, and then we had a fighter. It's like if you like your hero shooting style games like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch or whatever it is, we had two tanks and a support. No damage dealers. So
I was doing some damage.
you're doing some damage. Well, that's exactly what the
Beho.
support and the tanks do. They do some damage.
Beho did fighting, and the blacksmith got knocked across the beach. It's
Yes, the
fine.
blacksmith was there the entire time.
The paladin level, which I forgot I didn't have, and then I can do actual damage.
Yeah. But you managed to get away from that, got behind the barricades, the sort of self-made barricades that have been put up. And those surviving civilians that are there have been peppering the drowners ever since. You met the leader of Marlais Rest, a fiend fallen figure called Hira, very similar to a name that has been mentioned before on stream, but hey-ho. I'm sure there's nothing to that whatsoever. I'm sure. And yeah,
People can have the same name.
lots of people can have the same name. But yeah, that is pretty much where the session ended. Brahm, you are currently in the kitchen making some dinner with, I believe Hira is with you, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
Me.
Because
And me.
And
And you.
also
And
yeah.
ex-gamer.
Yeah.
Former hero. I think before the show we were like, new hero. You know, it's not going to confuse the characters, and it's not going to confuse us. We're saying that now. It's all very clear.
Yeah.
Yes, I was making food. Visalia had given me spice.
Nice.
Dragon.
Imperium. Dragon.
Imperium. Yeah. And I think I'm making curry. So it's spicy and good. And
Good curry.
yeah, and so Brahm is having a conversation while Brahm is also holding a kitchen knife. It's fine. It's a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we're going to come to now with you preparing food in the kitchen. So what is it you would like to discuss or do? You can see that Hera is getting cups and plates and cutlery and all of that sort of stuff out ready for dinner to be dished up.
I think, Josh, the end of the last episode, we mentioned we were from Solomon's mercenary group, and she went, "Oh, Solomon." So I think we need to expand on, because we all understand Solomon, but what did he do to you in particular?
I should say that you all recognise her from the picture, from the illusionary picture that came with Brahm and all that. She was one of the Fiend Fallen on the far right side.
Oh,
But was she named Hera on that picture?
yes.
Yes.
Right.
Because then I had a conversation with former Hera and went, "Hey,
We are maybe cousins.
you know."
That is as much as I am currently committing to, but that is becoming increasingly. So yes, Solomon, and she also needs to know that we are also on team Solomon, but also kind of.
Yeah, obviously she looks a lot older than what she did there, but
That's how time works, Josh.
that is
Yeah,
how
we
time
love
works.
the passage of time.
Yeah. She's not from the Empire, the Imperium, sorry. Apparently, before we started recording, apparently the people in the Imperium don't age, so...
We didn't say that.
I did not say that. I said that people age, but no one gets to that old and is still nice.
No,
That's
we've
true.
established it's a Logan's Run system.
You established, don't... What? That could be Apocalypse.
This is why Visenya is like strangely young for the amount of life experience and power that she's had. Is that you got to cram it in your teens in the Imperium?
I'm just a prodigy at killing people, okay? What can I say?
You're just special.
I'm just a special little girlie.
God's own princess. Yes, yeah, we're all very impressed.
not another one. But yeah,
They get everywhere.
Guardian's favourite princess. Yes. You mentioned this, that you're from Solomon's, and Hera rolls her eyes at that comment. And so, what is it exactly that you're looking to... Why have you come to Marlais Rest, then, if you're part of Solomon's?
Well, we have a couple of things that we need to do. I'm just saying, I think start with an insight, because
I was going to ask for insight
yeah,
checks, yes.
Yeah, because this is
And also, which one do I want to use? This one.
Pick the dice, pick
I've
the
got
dice.
6 dice sets on this, and I need to pick the right one. I've not pre-roll.
What did you get?
24.
15.
So, with a 15, she seems annoyed at hearing the name Solomon. So there's definitely some history there, even though you know there's history there because you recognise her from the illusionary picture. From the picture, we're just going to call it the picture, that you found previously. With the 24, you do notice that she is doing everything one-handed currently. And when she goes to turn at one point, you can see that her hand is behind her back and it's on the hilt of a dagger that she's got slightly extended outwards. Out of its sheath, should I say.
Not necessarily a friend, but someone who has helped us out in difficult circumstances. This would be Elodie's connection to his granddaughter is greater than ours, but she is gravely ill. So that is one of the reasons we're here.
Right. You're not here looking for anybody then or anything like that?
Not
No.
that we know of, no.
Should we be?
She's going to roll inside. She rolled very high. She believes you. You watch as her hand comes out from behind her back and she sort of relaxes a bit. There was a bit of tension there. No, nobody.
The temptation Bram's having to go, you knew my parents! We're related too. Bram, stop getting related to everyone. Yeah.
You're tempted. I was just about to go. I mean,
Yeah, go on.
if we had been in the possibility, looking in records at one time and recognized a figure in a standing image who appears similar to those who might be related to some members here, would you want us to forget that information?
Oh, if it's me you're looking for, that's fine. Yes, I used to work for Solomon's a long time ago. That's okay. I'm not ashamed to admit that, as much as I'd like to forget it. But yeah.
No, he's had quite a effect on. I think Bram just comes out. He's like, my parents used to work with Solomon's as well.
Right, who are your parents?
So, Brenna Shattershield, and what is the name of my father? Why is that?
Yeah,
just
see,
like-
Tom? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not the only one that forgets the name of your father. He's dead now, so we don't care.
Boo! I got Mannequin Jessen written down. It's like they're not my parents.
They're my kids' parents.
Again, I was just like, this is important.
But everybody is your child, Visania.
No, just one kid.
I think I can safely say, and this is the kind of cheat, I say the name of my parents. I know the name of my parents.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Has it really been that long?
Well,
Wow. Okay. Oh, she seems a bit taken aback, as if
yeah.
the prospect of, oh my god, I'm old now, has just hit her.
No.
no.
Yeah. Just like, just coming like, hey, I also have a kid now, so congratulate. Yeah.
I would say that, Elodie, you can hear this, or Perceptia, you can hear this entire conversation happening. The kitchen is sort of leads into the dining room area, which is where you currently are. But
Oh,
you
so I was in the infirmary.
then you can't hear any of this. I
was gonna say.
apologise.
It's very funny if we had like a little hatch. That just the
So
sound.
was Elodie just sat there, like Perceptive just sat there twiddling her thumbs, just waiting for food? No.
Knitting. You're knitting.
Me, guys. Every time I'm going to find a natural way to get something to happen. Now it just seems weird.
I apologise. I misremembered. But yes.
Perception is just knife and fork, like bang, bang, bang. Wow, she's a hungry
Why
nana.
are we waiting?
Anyway, Vasani is going to turn to Brahm and visibly steel herself and go, I feel that if we are going to be discussing this situation more, I should go get Elodie Perceptia.
Perceptia.
She's so nice.
I have so many questions on that, but I can't be bothered to ask them, so I'm not going to.
I mean, we're happy to try and tell you what you need to know. A lot of this is new to us as well. And also, as you picked up with Solomon, there seems to be a lot of moving pieces. We seem to be a lot of stuff's going on.
Why don't you let your friend here go get your other friend or friends, however many want to come, and we'll sit and discuss while eating dinner. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. This is going to need a couple more minutes, but it should be ready. I'll come through to the dining room.
In another spoonful. Oh, God.
Brown kind of like bumps it up and down a bit. He's like, yeah, it is. I made the good food.
It's similar to how my dad would have cooked if he had the ingredients.
That's
So good.
That's quite a compliment. Thank you, Sani.
Anyway, and yeah, go off to the infirmary.
Yep, you can go off to the infirmary. Perceptia, what have you been doing while they have been cooking and talking in the house?
Just tending to the wounded, helping out. Now, I don't technically have like any healing spells left, but we'll be just doing sort of basic patchwork, making sure people have got comfortable pillows, that kind of thing. Is there anyone that's like particularly gravely bad, like won't last the night if not stabilized?
No, there's nobody that injured here at the minute. Actually, no, there is. One of the Pat's got very injured on the beach and had to be dragged out. Pat is there and is laying in bed. He's the most gravely wounded here. He will probably survive the night at least, but he looks very uncomfortable and very sort of sweaty. I will ask you for a medicine check.
Yeah, sure.
For all of the things
which
you
I
want to
currently
do.
do at advantage because Perceptia is wise. That is a 21.
Ooh.
Nice. You can go over, help they act like nurses. They are wearing sort of aprons and things, probably like kitchen aprons, old ones of heroes. They're not fully kitted out with proper medical supplies or anything like that. It looks like various people who live on the island, not medically trained properly anyway, and they're some of them are trying to do some bandages and things, and you can come over and sort of guide them a little bit better.
Scrappy, do what you can, kind of. Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, if you just hold on a moment, love. If you hold that bit there, and then we can just. You see, that angle works a little better, holds it a little tighter.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, yes, thank you. And sort of pushes down on it a little bit and sort of wraps and tightens it up and follows your instructions, and it looks a lot better than what it did. She seems quite young as well.
Not a problem. Well done. Yes, excellent work. Oh, now, where's Pat? Pet, here. Here, sweetheart. I'm going to do healing hands on him, so he gets 6 hit points back.
Watches your healing hands go over him, and you watch as everybody who's conscious, other than Beho and Ingrid, sort of look to you with a look of amazement. We've only ever seen Hera do magic. That's amazing.
Oh, it's nothing, love. Don't worry about it. Hera, tell me about Hera. How long has she been here? How long have all you been here?
Well, the one that you helped with the bandages, she sort of sits down next to you because everything seems to have calmed down a little bit now. Well, I was born here. I've lived here my entire life. So, I'm 18 years old, so I've been here 18 years. Pat's been here. Pat is conscious, and he just looks over. I've been here 50 odd years, something like that. I was a refugee from the mainland when there was a war going on.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we were all different walks of life, mix and match, all of us here on the island. And Hera was here when we first came here. She left for a little while to do some adventuring, and then she came back probably 15 to 20 years ago, I think it was. 15
to 20. Do you think it's more 15 or more 20?
Probably more 15, I'd say. Time is difficult to keep track of that type of thing.
Lay back, Pat. You've had a long day. It's tough. I'm also going to do pick up any little non-magical objects or trinkets that might be spare in here. A photo frame, a pencil, little bits and pieces. And I'm going to do magical tinkering on them. She's just going to, the healing hands were just sort of a celestial warm light glow. And a warmth, but the magical tinkering, I think she still hasn't quite figured out she can do it without this. So she'll bite her thumb, and a little bit of blood infuses into the item. But they all, rather than smelling of blood, this time she's going to make them all smell of lavender, and just sort of place them around the room to just help calm things, just help people relax and sleep things off.
Oh, do you need me to patch your thumb up at all? Why did you make yourself bleed?
Oh, no, don't worry about that. I can sort that out. I'm quite used to it. Now, tell me about. So, Hera runs this place. How does she manage? It's quite remote.
Well, she manages the lighthouse, lights it every time there's a fog or a storm or something, which quite often around these parts. And then a bunch of us live up at the local farmstead. So that's where we forage grow most of our food and supplies and things. So we're pretty self-sufficient here. We've had to sort of grow and learn to be because of and points towards where the beach would be. Because we can't get to the mainland or anything at all, so we've had to learn. We had to tame some of the mountain goats that are around and stuff like that. So we get a lot of our produce from and meats and milks and all that sort of stuff from them. So we built a small little community around the farmstead because it's a little bit more protected from the winds than what the lighthouse is. But we have the infirmary here because it's quite close to. It's right next door to Miss Hera's home, so and then it's separate from the town as well then.
That sounds quite delightful and charming, apart from the drowners.
Yeah, it's just nice little place. I mean, it would be nice to be able to get out and see the rest of the world, but you know, you do what you can.
You know what, Sweet? We'll just sort of take her hand and give it a little squeeze. There are wonders to see out there, but also it's going through a bit of a rough time at the moment, and you're actually relatively safe here.
Yeah, that's what Hera said. Hera's also our teacher as well, so this infirmary it sort of doubles up as a school when we haven't got anybody in here. So Hera will teach a lot of us how to read and some of the histories and things of the world. Up to a certain point, it seems that she doesn't know things that have happened in the world about 15 years ago. Yeah, about 15 years ago, yeah. So
Have you not had any connection from the mainland? No trade, no visitors?
well, we get a couple of supply drops come from the Golden Maiden, the ship that dropped you off.
Yeah.
But the crew very rarely come off of the ship and come onto the land to
that's
speak
rude
with
of
us.
them.
Well, I mean, because of the drowners, it's a bit difficult. So getting people come onto
They
our
could at
shores
least
is-
leave you a newspaper.
the newspapers, from what Miss Hera told us, they get the paper. So if they get wet, then they get ruined. Is that how
The
that
rest of your
works?
supplies survive. Surely they've got waxed line crates.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to have a word with them sailors, honestly. Just abandoning you to know nothing of the world for 15 years, that's outrageous.
Yeah. Maybe it would be nice to read the newspaper.
Yes, I should think so. And well, while we're here, we'll have to catch you all up and we'll make sure if you have any news you want taken to the mainland, we can sort that for you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I personally don't know anybody over there, so I haven't got any. I've got no
Well, that's
family or
fair.
anything over there, so that's all right. But I don't know. Pat and a bunch of the older folk around here were all orphaned, so it might just be Miss Hera that might want to send a message back, probably.
Oh, Pat, I'm so
Well, there's-
sorry, love.
There is also the other one who's around as well, and then
Who's that, then?
you just see her sort of visibly jolt as Pat's leg has kicked her, and she's like, no one, don't worry.
No, Pat, I said to relax, love. Rest that leg. Just sort of
sorry.
like firmly pushes it down again.
Yeah, sorry, just a spasm. Oh,
I'm going to take the young lady sort of gently by the arm and sort of start working the room, making sure. Now, I had a couple of other questions, actually. Do you know where the nearest sort of... would you mind if we took some of your dragon's bane supply? We hear it grows here.
Dragon's Thorn.
That's the one?
That's the one, yeah.
Can't
it,
read her own handwriting.
it wildly grows, so, I mean, yeah.
You're not reliant on it, though, are you?
I'd speak to Miss Hera about it beforehand because she deals with a lot of our medical poultices and all of that sort of stuff. So speak to her first, just in case. But
Certainly.
I don't see there being a problem with it.
Oh, great. And do you know anything about a forge?
I know what a forge is from school, but
Oh, good. She's
never-
been teaching you well, then. Lovely.
I've never
Great. Conversation
seen one.
moved on. As soon as she's, like, not recognised anything about a forge, she's just like, yep, no, that's fine. And so who was it you were talking about?
No one, don't worry about it.
Now, come on.
looks around. No, you're in an area where there isn't anybody in any beds or anything. It's like, well, about 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, we had somebody come to the island. Seemed to be quite close to Miss Hera.
Yeah.
She stayed on the island since then, but we don't see her that often. She stays up closer towards the mountain area, and anytime anybody has asked any questions, she was like really scary when I saw her, because I was only like 8 when she came. I was just turning 8, so she was like really scary looking.
Oh.
And Miss Hera told us that we weren't allowed to go into the mountains. Not that we ever did anyway, but we were told to stay away from it. But and that's where she went. That's where this other person went, and we've not seen her since.
Did you get to know her name?
No, she didn't tell us her name.
How mysterious. Have you felt in danger at all from this person in the mountains?
No, well, there was. I don't remember it that well because I was quite young back then, but from what my parents told me, there were cases where we would get some wild animals. There's a couple of bears that used to live up in the mountains, and some wolves and things that would come down and would attack the farm when we first started growing things and started farming the looking after the goats and stuff and taming them. But when this strange woman went up into the mountains, it all stopped.
Oh. Well, I suppose even if she were a bit scary, it sounds like she's protecting you then, so that's something to be grateful for.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
I didn't catch your name, love. I'm so sorry.
It's Maria.
Maria. Thank you ever so much for all of your help.
That's all right. As at that point, this is when Visania walks into the tent.
Oh, Visania, hello.
Good day. I hope that you have been enjoying the duties you've set upon yourself.
Everyone seems to be doing all right, thankfully.
Fantastic.
Maria here's a wonderful healer.
Oh, thank you. Goes really red in the face.
Well done, Maria. To heal is a powerful skill that one must nourish and cherish.
Thank you. Sort of giddily, giddily and hastily moves away and starts clearing up some wet towels and things that have been used and gets them ready to be washed and stuff, but sort of leaves the conversation.
A very bouncy person.
Seems perfectly normal behaviour to me. Well, I suppose less me, Elodie, though. I'm quite relieved she didn't seem to be confused about the voice. That's a good thing.
It is perfectly normal. We have come to invite you in for meal. I'm sorry, I am still not quite where I should want to be. But Brahm has created a very good goat curry, and we've come to make sure that you do eat. And also, because I feel between my asking of knowledge and his temperament, that there might end up being conversations without you, and that is very unfair.
Oh, that's very considerate of you, and slightly overly formal.
I apologize.
This is no need to. It's just an unusual a switch, I suppose. Elodie is... Yes, love, I'm going to say. Elodie is usually more intimidated of you.
The tone is causing some reminiscence of some of my trainers.
Oh.
Some of them who were able to have that tone were not particularly good people.
Oh, well, I am sorry. I can,
It is
goes to pull a
entirely
potion out.
issue. I am becoming very aware that the rest of the continent does not have the same systems as the one I grew up in. But it's anything but perfect politeness and obedience was very thoroughly punished.
I am sorry.
Mm.
That was not fair on you.
I was very good at what I did, and it put me in the limelight quite often, and I had to be a paragon of excellence.
Well, that has served us well here so far. I know, yes, I know earlier was not ideal. But you're here. We survived.
It was a fucking shit show, and we need to plan better.
Yes, I agree. But now we have more information.
You hear a very loud rumbling noise, and then a very foreboding shadow appears behind you, Vesania. And as you turn around, you just see Beho stood there at the sound of food, and you can hear his stomach is very very loudly growling.
Yes, Beho, I was coming for you next.
Just nods towards you.
Yes.
With a smile on his face.
I should, it's gonna try and, like, it's almost like Perceptia was trying to put on an Elodie voice for a second, and she's just gonna, like, I will meet you in the dining room in a moment.
Okay, that's worse. That is so much worse.
Beho tilts his head to the side.
What is?
Don't do that. That's up.
I'm going to go into the corridor away for a moment now. Just huddles off.
I feel so bad for these NPCs who are just like, what has come? We don't have people coming now. Now the young girl is playing an old woman who's playing a young girl. What was happening?
So Perceptia's just gonna, like, look at Beho and then sort of shuffle off into the corridor on her own so she can take the potion to be back to Elodie again, now that healing has been done.
Stare at Beho going,
Growling noises.
I am starving. It smells delicious. I'm sure Brahm has done a wonderful job.
As we cut to it, Brahm has done a fine job.
It's just beginning to be plated up at this point.
gonna cut to just coming back in, because...
Yeah.
What, Josh, for, like, because we've got the meat, what do we think the base is here? Because do they have rice? Do they have, you know...
Oh, they've got loads of rice, yeah.
Do they grow rice here, or is it the sort of thing that gets shipped in from...
It's grown rice. Yeah, it's their own stuff that they've grown in. Grown.
Buckwheat. Buckwheat. I'm campaigning for buckwheat.
Let's say that's what we got. We got buckwheat.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's dairy free. You know, not that I really would put dairy in, but it's a bit like when he knows what people's allergies are, and he's like, right, we're not putting that in. We're not, you know.
You do see that Hera at one point does go to put some goat milk into it, and then you can stop her.
No, I think she could put it in her own. I sort of say, well, that's the thing. Actually, we got some people who actually no. Hold on, goat milk. I think she's okay with.
Cow milk.
Yeah. Cow milk. Yeah. So I then retroactively, there's now goat milk in the curry. Yeah.
It just makes it just makes the sauce just that little bit creamier and sort of emphasises those spices that you've put in. So it's just going to enhance the flavour.
Oh, one of my parties got a problem with dairy, but then it was like I think she's kind of like slightly sort of chews on the side of his mouth because he's like, hey, if I like, she comes to a place where go, I think she's more used to goat milk, but no, that's good. You're right. No, it's a good addition. It was quite nice actually. Vasario said that it was like what Hadar would have made, so that was. Could I, when we got a bit more time, can I sort of talk to you about my parents?
Of course, I can answer any questions you want now before the others come back. If you wanted to do it in private, or I can answer it in front of them.
No, I'm not keeping that secret. What, without being too sort of vague, what were they like? Because obviously, my father's dead.
No, I didn't know that.
No, he was
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, no, I was young, and the Light Hoofs as well. They're they're both gone.
All such lovely people. Your mother's still alive.
Yeah.
Good. Your mother was a force to be reckoned with. Your father had the voice of an angel, and his mind was consistently in the gutter.
Yeah, no, I'm sort of finding that out now. I'm talking to the people who knew him back then, but no, he died being a hero. He was saving a town from harpies, and
Harpies are little bitches.
I wouldn't say that myself, but I will nod agreeingly. Bram said the whole thing. Polite Bram, nice Bram. Yeah, I haven't actually. My mother went on a mission a few years back. I haven't seen her in a while, but I got a message from her, so she's around.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, Bram goes into his pack and puts the shattered picture down. That's we found that in the files.
Huh. Well, I've not seen this for a little while. There's quite a few of us there.
Yeah, no.
Looks towards the end where she can see the picture of herself, and her eyes just glance over the fiend fallen that's next to her, and then she instantly looks away with the look of sadness on her face.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude. We just met, but who is that standing next to you? You don't have to tell. I'm sorry. I just it's because obviously I knew my parents, and I knew. Do you know about Greta, the Light Hoofs? They had a daughter. She's working.
Oh yes, no, yes, I knew about Greta. Yes.
No, so I knew them, and finger goes past past everyone. It's like, let's not point at the necromancer.
Look of disgust on her face when she sees the necromancer. Look of sadness when she looks over Peripatea as well.
Yeah. Oh, so just like it's not point of Peri. No, hero. There's I obviously I didn't know about this. I wasn't told about my parents. I thought my parents were just a bunch of like mercenaries, mostly going around fighting wolves and skinning bears, and then suddenly there's.
We used to a very long time ago. Yes.
Yeah, a whole world.
Have you heard the story about how your parents met?
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah. As you both say that, everybody else comes into the
Ron, this smells amazing. I can't wait to try some.
Oh, hello. Hello, Eddie. No, yeah, try. So we got, how are you with spice?
Love it. I have been missing it, actually. Rodney is a wonderful cook, but does not use enough.
Well,
Like, it's good, but it's not. You know what I mean.
No, it's, well, try it.
He's trying his best with recipes that he's got, but he's not from the West, where we use spice.
We flick back to Merkstead, where Rodney is trying to cook on a misshapen hob, and he just looks up and goes, "Oh,
I'm quite good at the cheesecake." And we're like, that's not the issue here, Rogers. Poor single tear falls down into the cheesecake.
why am I crying?
He's been through a lot, you know. I think it is. As I said, we got buckwheat. We got like the large sort of pot of curry. I don't know if it's a case of like we start serving it up or we help ourselves, but I think that's So
I feel like that's a chef decision.
I'll start serving it up, and I see Beho, and I get a larger bowl, and then just like there's a lot of that. Sorry, Miss Hero, I seem to have used quite a bit of your goat. But
that's fine. But I'm due to get some more soon anyway. So, and she goes into a cupboard and pulls out a couple of freshly, or what look like. Actually, no, she goes into the oven and pulls out what look like some freshly baked loaves of bread, and she pulls them out and begins cutting them in half. It's very important to break bread in a meal.
Bread and salt. That's what I was told. Yeah.
Is the photo still out on the table?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, unless you said you put it away, it's still on the table.
I think because we were looking at it and then everyone came in.
Yeah.
And now Bram's preparing the food. He will pick. If nothing is going to be pointed out about it, he's going to pick it up in a moment. But there is that moment of.
And it just look at it, look at you, and then just take it up and just.
He sort of nods and he a little bit like my photo. The only picture I have of my parents. No.
It's good. Go in your.
Do you put it in my bag? You're like putting it that way.
Back off. If it's out for a reason, then it shouldn't be stained.
No, that's a good point. I was just comparing and contrasting, and Bram realizes she didn't actually answer his question of who is that. That is like, that's a post meal conversation. Yes, so bowls are being put out. So if we're counting this as a short rest, you all can add an extra D8 of healing for free because of the cook feat. So yeah, unless you're people like Elodie who didn't take any damage whatsoever because of magic wings.
In that case, you take a D8 of spice damage.
No, she's from a
spicy country. Part of the country.
Yeah.
I think I just used pretty much my entire set of hit dice trying to. But yeah, I will.
Miss Hira, everyone in the infirmary is
Your voice sounds different now.
stabilized. Does it? Does it? Well, tell me why. I have indoor voices and outdoor voices. What did I sound like before?
A lot more like I do, but you don't need to put a voice on or anything. It was just a bit of a stark contrast to how you sounded when I first spoke to you. So please don't feel that you need to put a voice on or anything just to please me. I'm going to be honest. I don't care how you sound.
Okay, that's good. It's fun to play with voices sometimes. Anyway, the point is everyone is stabilized. Everyone's doing okay. Pat was looking particularly bad, but is okay now.
That's
should
good.
be all right. And Maria is doing a lovely job of helping everyone and was very complimentary of the teaching you have given them all. Here.
Yes, I try to teach the people here as much as I am able to. It's just the way the world is at the moment.
Maria was saying that a lot of the people here have, well, if they weren't born here in more recent generations, they came here as orphans.
Yes, long time ago. I want to say 54, 55 years ago, maybe it was. The shipwreck that you see on the beach, when that shipwrecked, all of the orphans were on that ship. They were fleeing from Merkstead, actually. There was a war going on and a lot of the children had to flee, and the ship unfortunately wrecked on that beach.
Gosh. How strange that they were coming from Merkstead as well. Is it? Actually, they did mention something that you haven't really had news from the continent in 15 years, not properly.
I've never really requested anything. I know I could have requested like information tablets and papers and all of that sort of stuff, but every time we used to get them in the early days, but I used to get quite sad reading some of the news. So I thought it was best. It's probably done that. It's probably been detrimental to the education of the people here. So.
Well, I was going to say, Beho, you should at least be giving the general news, surely. Keep them, updated. So they're not completely cut off.
Looks between the pair of you, looks really confused, raises his eyebrows, and then just tucks into the food and just ignores what you're saying.
Beho, it is your job to ensure that communication occurs.
points to his mouth.
Yeah, Brahm laughs into his food.
Well, I suppose it's more the captain's job or first mate Wintersong, but
That was a joke. Did that not seem humorous? Was that not? That was funny.
I laughed.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right. No,
It's fine. I know that I am very, very dry at the best of times.
sorry.
no.
Wrapped
Oh,
up in
yes. Speaking of that, and Hera gets up and goes into the kitchen. You hear some clattering of glasses, and she comes out with a tray with some wine bottles and some glasses on, and she puts those on the table. Speaking of dry, why don't we all have a drink with this lovely meal? And she begins pouring out some wine for everybody.
I'm probably okay, thank you. I'll stick with water.
Brahm takes the wine.
Hands it over to you. So it is a rosé. Very sweet.
Tom is like, does that go with goat curry? Yes, now it does.
It does in this world.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
It's good. Do you have do you have a vineyard here? Is it local?
No, we don't have any vineyards or anything here. This is a stash that I've had here for quite a long time. Never really any reason to drink any of it. So
Well, that's
having new people come to the island seems like a reason to have some drink. So
that's very kind. To your health.
Is it
to all of your health. Ding 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 ding.
Sarah struggling with wine.
Is it supposed to be sweet?
Yes, this particular wine is supposed to be sweet. There are others that can be a bit more, can be a little bit more bitter, but I have a bit of a sweet tooth, so I prefer sweeter stuff.
Would you want it to be sweet?
Sweet. It's been quite a day for you. So, yeah, sweet wine. You know, there's also after dinner wines like port, sherry, there's all sorts of stuff.
Take
out there.
seaweed and then you turn it into spirits because there's always seaweed.
I mean,
Okay.
that is an option. That's true, but there's also grapes. And
Grapes need so much resources to grow.
very quick, eye flicked to Hera because same when he was like, "Oh, the goat's milk." Although to be fair, she doesn't seem to be connected to the wider world, so we might be getting away with this.
I mean, if we could grow grapes here and have our own vineyard and things, then we would, but there's not enough space.
Speaking of things that you do grow, I was just checking in with Maria said that you would be the person to ask. We were hoping to take some dragonthorn back with us.
Oh,
if
we have
that's
an
all right by
abundance
you.
of it. Please feel free to help yourselves to it. Yes, I use some of it for some of the poultices and things that we have here, but there's loads of it, so feel free.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Just kind of looking at Brahm and Visenia to see if either of them are going to lead any of the other important questions that we have to ask.
Look, and so Bram's like, well, actually, Miss Hera, you won't be that surprised to know that there is actually another reason that we're here.
You see that she tenses up a little bit at that,
Yeah.
and that is.
Solomon.
Oh yes.
Yeah. He says he's interested in the mountain, that we need to find something that is going to...
What is it you need to find? And she gets very stern with her voice.
I believe it's a cipher. We need to translate some books.
You're looking to go to the temple that's there.
A temple?
Yes,
A temple to who?
to Peltos,
Oh,
That,
yes.
the Justice Bringer, the Phoenix of the skies, and whatever you want to call them. But yes, there's an old temple there. It's not inhabited by anybody, as far as I'm aware. But there's also a forge
inside
within
check.
it. You can inside check.
No longer at advantage. But, oh, but it's still a 19.
Match.
So she said there's nobody living there that she knows of, or it's not inhabited that she knows of. That's the truth. But there is still that degree of concern and tension in her voice and in her body language. She knows that there's somebody up there somewhere, but doesn't know where they're living.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the temple has is home to a great forge. So if you're looking for a cipher, ciphers are normally things of knowledge. So that would be within the temple itself, and the forge is just an extension of that. The forge wasn't dormant. Was dormant. Sorry, until about 5 weeks ago, and then it started up again.
But you just said that there was no one up there that you knew of.
That, as I said, that I know of. I don't know if there is somebody up there. I don't know who it is.
Would the forge be, as you were aware of in that temple, fully humanoid powered or prone to magical or divine influence?
I don't know. I've lived on this island for a very long time, and the temple has never been. There's never been any priests or cultists or anything like that there. It's always been abandoned. I've only been there once when I was young. My husband at the time took me there to when I first came to the island to show me it, and then we never went back, and I've never been there since.
Is there anything that lines up in our history? Like, is there anything that happened 5 weeks ago that any of us know about that would align with that timing?
Yes. If you remember way back when, at the beginning of the campaign, when you were doing the first set of missions and all of that sort of stuff, and everything was, oh, this thing happened 2 to 3 weeks ago. It ties in with that time frame.
Wasn't an eclipse or something. There was.
We established the eclipses have nothing to do with it.
Well, we got excited about werewolves.
Yeah.
You remember that, folks? Back in our innocent ages when we were just like, oh, there's a griffin.
Like when, okay, so like Farmer Wilfred wasn't heard from for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's just when the Reavers started making their
their
moves.
plays, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just us three, Ingrid, Beho, and Hera in here right now.
Yes. Nobody else is in here.
Okay. I was wondering, you say that there's no one in the temple that you know of, and you don't know who would be working the forge up there, but you do know that there is someone up in the mountains, don't you?
No. No inside check needed. She's blatantly lying to you.
Just like shift in the chair. We're like, okay, right. Combat? Question mark.
Elodie has very little intimidation.
Yeah.
No, you know that there is someone up there, though, don't you? There was someone who came to the island 10 years ago, and...
Who told you that?
Oh, no one. I heard the story.
I'll be having to have some stern words with some of the people in the infirmary tent.
Could it be that person that's running the forge? I mean, I'm only asking because
No.
around the same time...
Definitely
Okay.
not. They're not the forge. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound so obnoxious, but no, they're not the sort of person that would operate a forge.
We don't want to bring trouble to you and your people.
Then I suggest not asking any more questions on this person or looking for this person is advised.
Right.
Request, though, not that we want to seek harm or cause distress on you or those that you protect. But things have a way of happening upon this world. If you had been aware of the situation, Elodie says that you've not been aware of the world, which is honestly, I will say, as a person of a leadership position, quite honestly kind of a negligent thing on your behalf and terrible tactics. It's very hard to protect people if you don't know what's going on. But I would very politely say, we're not asking necessarily for information, but we are here, honestly, the world is fucked and we're trying to help fix it and stop other people from fucking it up worse. The more that we know that you can tell us, the more that we know to be able to meander around what you're trying to protect rather than not knowing and accidentally going straight through it. Please.
But to be clear, I didn't mean to imply. If there's someone you care for in the mountains that you're trying to keep secret, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to implicate them, but just the timing of the forge activating it lines up with some of the things that were going wrong on the mainland because of actions of certain groups that are trying to do dangerous things, and I just wanted to rule out that the person that you knew about wasn't involved.
Or
No. They've been on the island for over 10 years and they've never once gone to the forge. The forge hasn't been activated in that entire time. Whether they've been to the temple itself, I don't know.
With all due respect, them being here 10 years does not exonerate them necessarily from being involved. They might have been waiting.
What are your intentions? If you go up into the mountains and you bump into anybody up there, what are your intentions with anybody that you bump into? Have you been sent here on an ulterior mission that I need to be concerned about? Because if you have, I am going to have to ask you to leave the island, whether your ship is here or not.
That's as understood. We needed to get the herbs, and we've been sent to collect stuff at the cipher. Also, Ingrid here is a blacksmith, would possibly be interested in the forge.
Oh,
again.
Definitely, yeah. Just Ingrid is just eating bread.
Yeah. Just fill up on bread.
Yeah, not touching the curry.
That's fine. More for Beho. No, Tyria, we're not. Sincerely, we didn't know that you were here. We knew that there was a group of people on the rest, but not yourself, not anyone. No, we're not here. Means that we're not here to kill anyone. We're not here to capture anyone. Sincerely, and please believe us. This information that we could bring back is going to help save good people. And glance at Visalia, our family, our friends. There's darknesses. And be honest here, I believe some stuff that you might yourself have experienced. Things are happening again, and we and our friends need to stop it. And if we can help, all the better.
Can you make me a persuasion roll, please?
I can.
Advantage, because we're all here being like, we're chill.
Go on then.
Can I give my emissary of peace? I was going to try and do that.
I also can add my superiority die for as Brahm attempts to be a leader.
I will allow advantage with a +1 for being helped in two different ways from two different sources.
Okay. So it's not great. So it's a 13.
I think you can spend the superiority. No, you can do, because you're new fighter now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you can use your second wind to roll your second wind dice, and you don't spend it if you still fail the roll.
Okay.
You failed the roll currently.
I got that feeling.
I have cast I'm already helping. Can I have cast guidance as well as helping?
Go on. I'll allow it.
Will have just kind of like, as Brahm is like
Yeah.
giving his earnest talk, will have touched his hand and nodded.
I think that's a 15 now.
You rolled 2 1s.
I'll roll I'll roll it again. What did I... Oh, that's a 4, so... Is that closer to 17?
Okay. She looks at you as you say this, and it's like she gives up slightly. Like the walls that she's building up around this conversation, she sort of just slumps her shoulders a bit and sits back. No, you're right. If you're here on Solomon's wishes to collect this cipher and to access the forge, and also to collect this dragon thorn, then you need to know what you're walking into. I will say now that the person that is up there, I cannot pre-warn them that you're coming. So if they attack you, I apologize. Please don't kill them if you do fight them. If they do fight you, try and talk them out of it.
If you have any suggestions as to what we might say to do that, then please, we don't want to cause harm where it's not needed.
Just say that Hera sent you, and they'll stop.
Okay.
They're incredibly important to me, and I couldn't live with myself if something happened to them.
We promise.
What a shame you've not seen them in the 10 years that they've been here.
It's a strenuous relationship, to say the least. The actions that brought him here caused a rift between us, and it's not something that's easily repaired. I will say now, just so we're open and cards are all on the table and I'm not hiding anything from you, it's my granddaughter that is here. Her name is Amara. What brought her here, although I just said I will not keep secrets from you, that is her story to tell, not mine.
Understood. That's very fair.
Does she look similar to you?
Yes. A lot younger, but yes.
So if we see someone who is different, then that might be a different situation.
Yes, I would be concerned if you did see anybody else up there, because nobody else has come to the island. She was the last one before all of you.
Can I just have a reminder, is new Hera, Nera, also a lavender tiefling?
Yes.
I think at the comment of like, does she look like you? Elodie is just kind of like looking between Hera and Visenia, just being like,
Not all fiendful and look the same.
But you say that, there is a familiarity between the two.
It happens, you know.
And you have seen other Fiend Fallen. Carden's a blue Fiend Fallen. And so is his daughter, little Mana.
Not all fiendful and same. Where the two very apparently similar looking. I've not said that.
And have and share a name, which we said could be a very common name among the
so
people.
common. How, if we were to have to write down the Hera centers, how would you write Hera? How would you spell it?
Well, Hiira. Well, how else would you spell Hera?
Oh, I have heard some spell it with just one I or with an E.
They're wrong.
Oh,
Wow.
I just thought it was interesting.
It's more Hyra.
Or Hera, I suppose.
Rob, I need to ask, is it a common name with that variation?
Not really. And not as far as I'm aware, no.
It's boundly not helping.
Are you going to say the thing?
Went by it as a pseudonym for a while. I needed to be in hiding, and I needed a fake name, and it's the one that came to mind. I don't know why, it just felt right. And
Yes, that's interesting. What did you say your name was again?
Lasagna.
Now, see, that's strange because my mother's name was Visenya.
Is that isn't no, that's is that common in this part of the world? It's not back home.
Not as far as I'm. What do you mean by back home?
Well, I'm more west.
How west?
More.
Are we talking northwest, southwest, or the west?
Anyway, this curry is very nice.
She looks very
Delicious.
intrigued at this, but doesn't push any more into it because it's not, maybe not relevant to what's currently going on.
I think Brahm kind of makes eye contact with Ven, also, like, because he's like, it's the thing with the ghosts. It's like, because he's there going, she's smart and she survived this. I know this. It's like, hey, you don't get to that age. He's like, same, former adventurer. We've been rumbled, but let's just enjoy the curry. Maybe we'll get pudding. Who knows?
Anyway, I believe there was a story that I was going to tell you,
Yes.
Bram, before everybody else came in, and that was how your parents met.
Yes.
Yes, and that's where we're going to go to. No, I'm joking. No, we will go. We're not going to keep glossing over it.
Bram, do you know what an orgy is? Bram chokes on his curry.
So, many years ago, just before all of us met Solomon, I used to be part of a group called the Josh can't speak. Called the Wolfmore Mercenaries. There was myself. There was O'Brenner, there was Mary, and Josh is trying to remember other names, and there was Jessen. There was 4 of us. And then we would go around and we would do quests and things up in the north, but we would have regular competition with these bunch of arrogant idiots called the Mythcrest Warriors, who hailed from Mythcrest. That was Manic, Jessen, Alexandro.
No, he said Justin already.
Both?
Yes, well, Jessen. No, sorry. Manic. Sorry, my brain just went.
Josh, there are so many names.
There are so many names. Yeah, so it's the males basically.
Yeah,
female
Manic.
party, male party.
So Manic, Alexandros. What was
Greta's father's name, which is a really easy name that I can't remember.
Again, Mary was the thing that would catch us, but
Yeah.
I wrote every single one of these down, but they are in my other book.
That's fine. But people know.
Is the TLDR that all of the women were in one group, all of the men were in another group, and all of them found a partner in the other group?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
the story. That's the story Tom wanted. That's the story Tom got.
And so Bram thinks that's how you meet a partner, that you get in a competition. And then, because so far this story is what he knows about, like, 2 competing things. Like, we're probably going to hear where it's like his mother and his father fought, and then they were like, buy you a drink, and then kissing. That's how it works. And that's why he thinks he and Greta were going to be a great couple. But sometimes you get stabbed in the chest. Anyway, please continue, you hear
Yes, we would continuously fight over different jobs and things, and eventually a big job came along and we had to pool our resources, and it was very dangerous at that point. I was the only one who was already married amongst the group, but I did meet Gilmore, who looks towards where the photo was on the table before, and she sort of, her speech sort of drifts off, and then she sort of doesn't finish that sentence, and then swings it back round, and that's where everybody met, basically. Your mother and father were the last of the group to get together, as it were. Your father was more reluctant to it than what your mother was.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. They always seemed very... Well, I suppose my father always, even as a child, he had a certain charm to him, but wow.
Your father was, when he was younger, he was not, he was into, he had a particular type, and your mother wasn't that type. So I don't know what it was that changed his mind, but something did.
Well, she was very, well, charming in her own way, very focused. Seemed to get her way.
But yes, we travelled together for years, and then we met Solomon in Mythcrest, and Solomon had said that he had worked with O'Brenna's parents in the past, and a few other people's parents as well, and asked if we would want to do some missions for him to help sort out some places, and so we did. Until I left when a mission went wrong in Merkstead. After that mission went wrong, I left.
Eyes flick to the other two because there's information there, but do we? No.
What was the mission?
We were tasked with collecting some items that would help us open an ancient temple that resides atop Merkstead. Something that one of our benefactors wanted us to get into. He was the mayor of the town at the time, Kimdak. His name was.
I'm just gonna squeeze Brahm's hand because Elodie has clocked which mission this was that she's talking about. You must have had lots of wonderful, exciting missions, though, that were full of fun and dashing sword fights.
Oh, yes, definitely plenty of those types of missions that happened. But yes, but yeah, I won't go any more into it. I had to leave the mercenary company, or had to leave Solomon's service, and I travelled around for a little bit longer before coming back here.
Going back to the original point of how you guys met, and Brahm's parents, those must have been very positive relationships. From what I hear, they were very fruitful, and Brahm has very fond memories of his parents.
They were all lovely people, and if I could have changed how things went so that we all didn't break up and go our separate ways, then I would have. But unfortunately, what has happened, and I have to live with the consequences. This is part of the reason why I don't ask for any news from the mainland, because I don't want to hear about anything happening to any of the people that I once cared greatly for.
You know that makes you sound like a cult leader and is very bad protection practices.
When you say it like that, yes, I do understand that, and maybe I should sort out a way to get some information here without me reading anything.
Yeah, you are currently keeping your people in the dark, uneducated and unaware of the dangers around them, and not because you are yourself hiding, not doing much. I have to say it, like, this is part of my job, is knowing this stuff.
And
how much it hurts.
I mean, has there been anything serious that has happened since in the past 15 years?
Yes, so much.
Said, if you don't want to know, we don't have to tell you, but as we've said, things are dicey. There's a lot of... the creatures around here, have you seen any, like aether, like purple magic? The sort of stuff that, you know...
How do you know the word aether?
Miss Hera, we're in deep here. A lot. I think he's trying with his... Yeah,
is Solomon trying to get into that temple? Or is Kimdak trying to get into that temple again?
Kim. It's something like that. Kimdak.
Well, Solomon was always against going into the temple anyway. There was something that spooked him about it, but Kimdak was adamant that he wanted to get in there. Something about resurrecting his wife, which is...
I'm not sure that's true, with all due respect, Miss Hero. Not the Kimdak part, the Solomon part. You said that he was scared. I think now he also wants to get in as much as Kimdak, but is trying to find safer, nicer ways to do it.
She leans forward a bit. If Solomon wants to get into that temple, then it's because he wants to stop Kimdak from getting hold of whatever is in there. And Solomon was always cagey with us as to what was in there, but he knew a lot more than what he was letting on. It's like as if he'd been in there before, which is impossible because the place has been shut for. I mean, the building itself was part of an ancient city that crashed into the mountain itself. So that's what we discovered during our historical findings on it.
An ancient city.
Yes, in times of old, in times that some might consider the times of the gods. I don't know if you know anything about that, but there were cities that used to travel around that would literally fly in the sky with aether fueling them. Some of the pictures that we'd seen in some of the murals on temples that we'd travelled to in our time were amazing of what we'd seen. But when the gods, and she makes quotations when she says that, when that war broke out and this big continent that we apparently were once a part of shattered, the sky cities fell out of the sky, and one of them was the one that crashed into the mountain above what is now Merkstead. The city itself was called Jekaris.
And how are you spelling that?
It's Jekkoris.
Jekaris. And do you think the temple that's on this island was also a flying temple?
No. When we went into some of the deeper caverns around where the temple is in Merkstead, because there's a lot of cave networks in the mountains and stuff, and you can see remnants of the city in parts of it. It's very strange because it looks like the mountain itself has naturally grown around it and sort of sealed it in place, but there is remnants of a city there within it, and that temple, we keep calling it a temple, but we think it's just the entranceway into a building that was part of the city.
This is very exciting. This is very adventure-y stuff.
Whereas temple that is here, yes, it has a forge underneath it, but it's not as old as what that all is.
But it's designated. The one here is designated to Pelatos. So
It was once dedicated to Pelatos, yes. Or Peltos, sorry. I keep saying Pelatos, it's Peltos.
Do you sometimes encourage exercise?
Sorry?
Cycling? No? Never mind.
He was all about making sure you did calisthenics.
Is there any reason for that particular guardian? It feels... One would expect that you would have something for the sea or...
Renvia.
Or the land, asking for any blessings given.
It's because the mountain that is the larger of the mountains that's up to the north of this island is actually a dormant volcano. Although
There's a dragon under there.
that would be my belief with all of the dragons thorn around, that a dragon died there. If a dragon is sleeping there, that is very concerning. Would explain why the dragonthorn keeps growing, though. Dragonthorn, if dragonthorn grows around where a dragon died, you only get a limited amount of it. If it keeps growing, then there is something asleep there. From my knowledge from my adventuring days, I should say.
Well, hopefully if there is a dragon, we don't accidentally wake it up, and hopefully if we do accidentally wake it up, it's not connected to why the volcano is also sleeping.
I think you're muted, Tom.
I hope I'm not.
You started talking and nothing came out.
What I was saying is that, or possibly the dragon woke up 5 weeks ago and then suddenly...
Maybe the dragon lit the forge.
Maybe the dragon is the forge.
Wow, that is proper high-level adventuring shit. Good luck with that.
You
Why
said
not
that.
do as much as possible before going in there and causing havoc, and knowing who else might be around in there before potential havoc is caused upon them.
Jenny?
Repete is going to be so sad that she missed out on this.
I mean, there's absolutely no information I can give you on a dragon being there. If there's a dragon there, there's a dragon there. I've fought dragons in the past, but each dragon is different. I've told you to be wary of a younger version of me walking around. If you see somebody like that, not to kill them. That's all I can give you, and potential of bears and wolves as well.
Can I do an insight check, because Elodie did mention Taya's name, and I want to know if
she caught that or not.
Yeah, whether first of all she caught the name, and then did she react and is pretending not to react to that name.
Both me and Talia were like, secret.
Make an insight check.
Not great. 16.
Oh, I'm also 17.
So with that, as you say, as Elodie said, Peripatea, Hera was mid-conversation when that was said. So as she just hears the name Peripatea, because she's directing what she's saying more towards Hera and Brahm. Visania and Brahm. And as you say Peripatea, she looks at you while she's still talking, sort of stutters on her words a little bit, but then carries on as if she wasn't expecting to hear that name.
Brahm raises some eyebrows.
Perry.
Sorry. Did you say Peripatea?
A fanciful name, styled after one of the greats. It seems like quite a few of your party have had people named after them.
No, I'm just going to insight check you. Roll me a deception check, please. Oh.
15.
Okay, she rolled an 18 naturally. So
I got a 21 deception because I'm also like, hello, information.
Oh, okay. So with her pluses, it is a 21. So
I am happy to be an open book. I don't think this is something we should be keeping secret.
It's not our secret to give.
Yeah.
But...
When you say Solomon and you say Peripatea in the sort of same vicinity, then it has to be Peripatea.
Yeah.
So she's alive. She's reincarnated. She always said that was a thing she could do. I never believed them.
Oh, you didn't know about that then? Then yes.
How are they?
Angry.
Yeah.
That's new.
Vacillate between positive, enthusiastic energy and sheer anger at the world and their situation.
What did they reincarnate into?
Well, I don't know if she exactly reincarnated. I think because she's riding around in another body.
That's how she explained. That's how it worked. She took over she would take over the body of someone.
Yeah. No.
Purple-skinned elf.
An elf. Interesting.
Very, very short.
Very short.
To be a clergy member, and now
she's.
got
I bet she hates that.
No, well, she's.
Don't think she still practices.
She was very intelligent when she was the one that discovered, or was able to figure out that one of the things to get into the temple needed was aether, the thing that you mentioned before. She was able to distill her own a pure version of it without it being like watered down or anything like that. She was able to do that. And
would you say that she was like the first person to have ever been able to do that?
No, definitely not. There is
gentle pat of Elodie's hand. I'm like, there,
I reckon
you discover things.
I reckon there's other people who have probably done it in the past, but especially considering the fact the old Sky Cities used to run off of the stuff, so had to have been distilled in some sort of way. But it's good to know that they're alive. I'm hoping that they can find what it is they've been looking for.
Maybe the first person in more modern history? You're trying to give a balm to Elodie.
Honestly, I've as we've established, I've been really poor with my keeping up with what's going on in the world. So maybe depends on what they
It's fine. It's not a special experiment. It's not a special discovery.
First person in more modern history, which means that you are a special snowflake and sunflower.
It depends on what type of evil things the Imperium are getting themselves up to.
Everything. Anyway, so
You also did it without any other research notes or knowledge of the people who came before you, Elodie. That's
that's
impressive.
the thing.
Just be careful.
Praise.
They're not
If-
pity, we're impressed,
Good.
really, honestly.
Imagine the most powerful thing that is built on history. It's built on academia. Imagine that's someone who has not had that level of just history being able to find something through their own sheer willpower and intelligence.
I will say though, if you are able to distill your own aether, pure aether, please be very careful. It is incredibly dangerous substance that cannot be controlled.
It is currently locked away very, very safely. We've not brought it here. You'll be relieved to know, I'm sure.
Good. It has a side effect of being of mutation. It mutates things and it mutates them quickly, and then it grows and spreads.
Yes, no, you're right. We knew about I think we've been using corrupted but mutated is an interesting way of phrasing it.
Have you ever heard of creatures called ratlings?
Yes.
Right. 55 years ago, the orphans...
Some Brahm.
Well, not fully advanced ratlings, like little rat guys, but not the... Anyway, yeah, you're talking about...
Heroes fought ratlings. You fought them with the Red Shadow.
Oh, full-on ratlings rather than...
Yeah.
Yes,
They were
and then
full-on
the ones
ones,
we
yeah.
met in the basement weren't quite ratlings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the orphans came here 55 years ago, it was because they were fleeing Merkstead because there was a war going on called the Vermin Wars. There was ratlings. This is one of the first times that they'd been seen. They basically rose up and just swept across all of the continent. They had no prejudices to whether it was north, south, east, west, cold, hot, no matter what. They just swept over everything. And you seem to have a little bit of knowledge on ratlings, so you know that they are mutated rats. And that started because one of them got infected with pure aether, and then it just escalated throughout an entire colony, and it just got
worse. Did it spread through biting or close physical contact, or...?
I don't know, because I've only ever experienced an aether-infused creature once. We were able to kill it before it was able to infect anybody else, but my belief is that it probably leaves a residue behind or something, and that then attaches itself to something else, and that's my belief. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. I'm not that way inclined. The peripateer that I knew would be the person to figure that out.
I've not had a chance to continue my studies with it. This mission was important. We had to leave Merkstead as quickly as possible. But I did have an inkling that it might be sentient, in a way. Have its own sort of intelligence. I wonder if it was leaving a residue behind, whether it was doing that on purpose to try and infect more, to spread itself and multiply, using the rats as a carrier. Much like a plague.
Possibly. That makes the most sense in my brain.
But on purpose, in a more sentient way than a plague would. Which begs the question, why and what does it want?
What do all plagues want? If all plagues were sentient, what do they want?
What to consume?
Exactly.
But if it can do that, then why, when it was being used as a tool to make cities fly, what was it consuming then?
They fall. That's the question.
They fell. Then what changed the eighth of the gods? The gods stopped.
I'd never
existing.
thought of it like that. What if the gods leaving this place changed how Aether functioned?
They were keeping it under control.
That's some high-level shit.
You're welcome to dinner with us. We get into the theology of stuff.
You're lucky it's us and not the others.
No, that's a very different. A lot more shouting with Perry. I said she feels a lot of things and feels it very deeply.
She would have liked your sweet wine, though, I'm sure.
No, yeah, still.
At least that's how I know it's Peripateria, is the sweetness. And no, they wouldn't have liked this wine. It's not sweet enough.
Oh, sweet.
You just get air.
Anyway,
It's very small, like little kitten sips of.
Hera leans back a little bit and, well, I finished. That was lovely. Thank you very much. I'm ready to go to bed, so please feel free to. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Unless you want to sleep in the infirmary where there are beds, I unfortunately don't have any spare beds or anything. So you're more than welcome to sleep in the living area here if you'd like to. But if there's any other questions you have for me before I go up, I'm gonna have to go like the lighthouse. So please feel free to ask me, and I'll answer them before I go.
Not personally. Maybe. I'd still like to know a bit more about your adventuring with my parents, but that's a conversation for another time. I feel. It's nice to actually meet you. You know.
It's nice to meet you as well. It's nice to see the child of two of my friends. Anything else?
Been a long day.
Okay. She grabs a glass of wine and a bottle and walks out of the room, and you can hear her boots clanging up against the stone stairs as she begins ascending up towards the top of the lighthouse. I think at that point, because I think we've overran a little bit on this half, we are going to go for a quick 5-10 minute break. It's going to be 10 minutes, always 10 minutes. So we will see you in a little bit. Goodbye. Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our short rest. We have refilled our drinks, stocked up on medicines, and we are going to be diving into the next half of this session. In the first half was a very talking centric half where we learnt a lot of things about not only Hera, the person who lives here, but also other people who live on the island, and we learned a bit more about Hera's connection to Solomon, and also some things that are happening on the island, as well as a little bit more about the temple that everybody's trying to get into currently. And we ended the last session with Hera taking glass and bottle of wine upstairs to go and turn the lighthouse on, and she generally spends the night up there. And both Biho and Ingrid are going to go. Well, Ingrid is the one who's going to speak because Biho can't. And we're going to go sleep in the infirmary if it's got beds. We don't particularly fancy sleeping on the floor after getting knocked around the beach like we did. So we'll go sleep in there. You guys stay here if you want to follow us. But we'll see you in the morning either way.
Yeah, no.
Sleep well.
Have a good night. Well done for today, both of you.
Yeah, thanks.
I know you're despondent, but you honestly, the best that we can say is that we survived.
Yeah.
Did well.
It's just getting off the island that's going to be the challenge.
That is a future you problem.
Yeah. I'm going to go to bed anyway. Come on. And she sort of nudges Biho in the side and walks off, and they both leave. And the door shuts behind them, leaving all of you in the living area.
tend to the others, slightly a current task problem.
I suppose, yeah.
Maybe there'll be a wonderful magical way out from the forge.
Maybe.
Dragon.
Dragon.
Right, dragon.
We could ride a dragon out.
Ancient godlike teleport systems. We've read about them. They exist theoretically, but aeons ago they've not been seen or made use of.
The same civilization that had the flying cities.
Yeah.
Well, if it turns out it's like a teleportation circle, then we're just going to drop ourselves back in the temple, back in the mountains, and they'll be, surprise, Kimdak, we're here.
We have researchers desperately trying to find a way to replicate it because it puts power in our hands and more surprises against the enemy, but I'll say that even we failed in that, so I don't think it's something that is happening soon, if ever.
Maybe they should get Peripatea on the case.
Or you.
I don't know. At the moment, I have created a blob of squish that Solomon is scared of, so...
Very friendly blob of squish.
Concerningly friendly, I think. Brahm, how are you doing with hearing about your parents?
It was nice to hear about them. The story she told was similar to the one that I was told, although it's odd to hear someone be like, that's your mum wasn't really your dad's type, and then you're like, well, what was his type? I don't want to know.
I wondered that as well, but it felt very rude to ask.
I don't know that the two groups all kind of, like, Greta's parents might be my parents' exes. I'm not quite sure, and I don't really want to get into it because it asks a lot more questions. But yeah, no. I also like to think that for podcast listeners, the kissy hands are happening. But like Bram's also like, yeah, no.
That doesn't make you and Miss Lighthoof like cousins.
Not by blood, no, but
This man will claim anyone and everything's a cousin.
well, as I point, like, I don't think.
What is the deal with? She looks not exactly like you, but there are similarities. And I don't mean this in a not in all fiend fallen. Like, I know other fiend fallen. The similarities, Yesenia.
I'm so... No. Look, the cheekbones have changed and they look similar to hers, but maybe that's just because until a very short while ago, I had completely forgotten that I had any family. I thought I was a foundling, abandoned by who did not love her and taken in to service as a kind and generous gesture. And I do. This is very complicated, and I don't like it. How do you do it?
Do what?
Anything.
Very good at decompartmentalizing. Lots of other people to take a lot of the thoughts away from me.
Throw yourself at the problem and hope that things will work out, and then sometimes it doesn't, sometimes you get stabbed.
I mean, right now they are all shouting about the fact that... Do we think all adventuring parties finish because people die?
Eventually.
Or they settle down.
I mean, most people are mortal.
But, like, not in an old age way. sorry, Brahm, your father and...
My father, I mean, Greta's father was seriously injured. That took his life quite soon. Actually, because this is the thing, above table, do we all know about Sunny's parents being... Is that a known? Because I obviously know that's Sunny's parents.
No, I'm trying to remember if we
Yeah.
know that Sunny's mum is being held captive, or whether
Yeah.
that's an above-table knowledge or a in-character knowledge.
People just repeat it. So,
It's so sort of like well, my father. I mean, Greta's father died. Manic Jessen, obviously that.
Sunny's parents.
Sunny's parents, yeah. I mean, going for.
Which, should I tell her that Hera that I have her friend's kid? If she doesn't know about the kid, then she doesn't care. But she should know that Manic's dead.
She didn't know that my father was dead. I don't know why she would. Look, the way I was brought up, so like I knew about the two like mercenary groups. I was taught like family. These people were family, and like Manic and Jessen, I knew they took care of me when I was quite small, and so I kind of. It's like a hereditary honor system. So, if those rules are still applying to Hera, then yes. I mean, she seemed kind of shocked, you know, the passage of time that obviously, like, her 30-year-old friends are suddenly having kids, grandkids. But she doesn't seem to want to get involved. She says she doesn't want to seem to get involved, but she does. So I don't think you can kill that spark, you know, the adventuring.
I think it sounded like it was too painful rather than that she didn't care.
I think you tell yourself stuff, and I think it is, and I think it's going from your question. Yes, I think most adventuring groups seem to fall apart because someone dies, or gets lost, or turns into a giant dragon and starts terrorizing the land. You know, as rare as that one is, but.
Just realised I forgot to leave a note for Lilla.
Oh.
Should know you spent enough time with her.
I left one for Perry. I was very focused on Perry's trance that they were in and the things that were happening with that, and that there might be facts to uncover, and I didn't know anything about Lilla's condition and what she's going through, and
Well, I'm sure she's fine. She's got the doctor, she's got Greta now taking care of her, and I don't know if this dragon stuff's gonna... If we can bring that back, maybe that, you know, if it's dragon, it's whatever she's going through, it might be of some use. And look, I know it feels bad that you didn't leave a letter, and you shouldn't. I know it's difficult, but you'll get a chance. Hope he nearly says hopefully, cuts himself off. You're going to get a chance to see her when she gets better. I mean, I left a letter for Oro that I don't think he's ever going to read, but it's nice. It's nice to. I also left a letter for my mum, which might not be a good idea because she might. But
where did you leave it?
I left it at the fighting pit. You know, she's going to turn up again. I mean, that's a separate issue that we need to worry. But I think don't beat yourself up, Elodie. You know, you'll get a chance.
The letter. Perry would have needed the letter coming out of a trance and mental situation in order to re-situate herself to what was going on. You'll be able to tell Lilith in person.
Yeah. And I also think Perry does need to have it reiterated that we do care about her, and we're not planning to stab her. I mean, that's a separate...
I think Lilla might need it as well, though. She's very independent and very capable and very powerful. She was the first person that I met who... I mean, she doesn't know everything that's going on with me in the same way that you all have out of necessity, but only really because our jobs have sort of kept us apart. But she showed me that I could be capable and that I could, I don't know, make a difference and be safe, and it feels strange. I don't know.
No, that's fair. That's wonderful that you got someone that you trust like that. That's incredibly special, and yeah.
And you all have been... I've said this before, you've all been so wonderfully accepting of me and my peculiarities, and I just... No one's allowed to die.
I mean, yeah, I think that's the thing. He sort of laughs and then looks up and sees how serious you are. No. Yeah. I mean, we've got each other's back here. And we'll get back. We've all, 3 of us, got reasons to get back. People who are counting on us, so, yeah.
Consider you both very close. You both look for good in the ways that you do. And you both bring goodness into this world. I'll make sure that you keep doing it. And they can get back to your wife. Not wife. Lady, friend, whatever it is, and son, whatever.
Paramour.
Paramour, that feels...
That's what they say in the books.
If it's good enough for yeah, back to your Lilla. No, and you got to get back to your kid.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job with her. You know that,
I
right?
absolutely suck.
No, you don't.
No.
I mean, she's sweet. She's kind. I mean, she's taking care of Oro. You know, she's a good kid in a difficult situation. And to be honest, all the things she's been through, you could imagine her being timid and small and scared. But you care for her and you care so much. Also, you keep her clean. That's a big thing with kids. You need to make sure they don't get covered in like sticky jam or something.
And you don't tell her that she's wrong or broken or not good enough.
Once, I reacted very badly, and it's her. I was scared and went back into what I knew on how to keep her safe, but I had, honestly, Tally saves that. It's when I realised that she was safe, is that she was able to restore that relationship between me and Sunny in the way that Sunny, she's already seen a lot, and I think she understood it as a one-off, but never again.
That's good. I mean, again, don't beat yourself up for that, but, and she's smart, she'll understand, but you're a good person, and I know you think that we're just saying that, but you are, and we trust you.
You really shouldn't, but sure.
Hey, maybe not, but if we're wrong, then we're wrong, and I don't think we are.
No. Lady of Light saw something in me, though I've yet to live up to that, so I must try.
Well, I mean, if it was just a simple thing and it happens, it's a journey, it's a progress, and, you can't fault yourself for... I mean, we were not expecting that. They're much worse than we thought they were going to be, and also huge. They're not just the sailors brought back, the blind, the eyeless ones. That's out there now.
Like, I've dealt with them before. Not, like... Then, it is really hard. Being this low level again. It's been a long time.
As both of us tilt our heads. Right. Okay.
It's not okay. So it's not that we are not powerful individuals with great talents. I was a horseman.
Sure.
Just to be clear, I mean, I've seen the pictures in the books. When you say you were a horseman, you do mean you rode a horse and you weren't part horse.
Bram's eyes squint as well as it hasn't occurred to him. He's like, you gotta tell us if you're a centaur.
No,
Because I've seen those in my book as well.
neither. I mean, horses sometimes, but not. They're mostly in the stable rather than. It's a title rather than an action.
But why call it a horseman if you're not riding? Sorry, that's not important at all. Neither is whether you were a horse or not. I'm sorry.
No, hey, I think we're sharing. I think if you were a horse at any... Maybe Perry might have been a horse at one point. We don't know.
I was never a horse. I have gone through physical mutations and then back again.
Was Ether involved?
Yes, sorry. My natural tendency to not talk about things versus the situation we are in where it is good to talk about things is not. Yes. So the process of turning me into me, and what I believe has also happened to your mother, they put you in a machine and they flood ether into your veins. And it changes your body and it fucks up your mind. Right. The second one's worse. The first one's painful, the second one is worse.
I'm assuming you wouldn't want that to happen again, though. To you.
It's either... At this stage, it can do three things, which is make everything even more terrible, reverse changes, or open up more understanding of things. I wouldn't want to do it without testing, although I think I do now know why I want to consume it so much.
Especially if we're considering Aether as a sentient thing that wishes to consume and spread. It
leaves the residue if it's already been in me.
Which is interesting, I suppose, if it has a motivating factor, a drive to consume everything, then... But your change into a horseman is different from the changes in the ratlings. Right? I haven't had a proper chance to really study the ratlings. I don't know how ethical that would be. And also, I can't really study a horseman. Other than you, but you've had it removed. But the point being that the physical, the mutation is different.
May have been the tool, whether it's pure exposure versus through the chairs.
I mean, we've seen it with the ratlings and the bear. Again, wild, like, uncontained stuff that maybe if this chair, they're focusing it, they're harnessing it, they do have an understanding of, like, how to mutate it in itself to cause mutations, rather than just bombarding you with the pure stuff.
And you say your mutation was both physical and psychological?
Yes.
Elodie just pulls out the remaining mutagen vials that she has. I think it's probably just Ember and Aslorian left, and kind of just looks at them. I mean, I've not been using the Aether I've created in these, and I've not consciously been... I wonder if I've somehow... I don't know. Something to work on.
How did you learn how to make those potions of yours? Did someone teach you?
I've sort of... I was taught the theory to unlock certain abilities inherent within oneself by a teacher at university, Professor Guile. May recognize that name. He's one of the ones working with Kimdak up in the mountains.
He sucks and we hate him.
Thank you. But I'd not had a chance to test it, but along the way, we'd been spitballing theories, for the podcast listeners, pointing to the menagerie rather than referencing Lilla. We'd been spitballing theories, and we had a go. A lot of the ingredients were ones that we purchased in town on the way. But perhaps I'm tapping into the inherent traces of ether within the raw materials that I'm using.
If it is...
Josh, feel free to hop in at any point if anything I am saying is undermining your lore.
I was just about to ask Kira Visania for a history check.
Ooh. Yes.
We just hear Josh going, wrong. Like,
That is a... My history is not great, guys.
she focuses on the present.
Oh no, it's because it's an I'm not smart in this language. Can I have any support for that?
If you look like you're actively trying to think of a memory or clocking onto something, I can give you guidance, but if I don't know you're trying to think of something, I don't know to help you.
I can start doing a face.
What is
think,
it?
Yeah, well, wait.
It feels... I rolled an 11 minus 1, so it feels... It feels like I should know something, but I can't remember what it is.
I'd say it's a pretty easy check because it's to do with you. You've been around Elodie enough now and have experienced the mutagen and even experienced Elodie making the mutagen at points. And it's not until this conversation has happened that you begin to clock 2 and 2 together. The mutagens that Elodie has been making are very similar to the concoctions that were made and injected into your bloodstream when you were turned into a horseman. So Elodie is tapping into horseman stuff, potentially.
So it might be horseman stuff? Potentially? I did say that you seem to be very cleverly finding yourself into rediscovering ancient magics.
I'm not turning myself into a horseman, though. I mean, Solarimus is speedy, but not a warbringer.
I mean, it might be intent. So, death is inevitable. But part of that is that with death, new life comes. And you support that life until it's the whole cycle. So supposedly, my responsibility to my people is to keep them safe and protected. But that's... intention matters, maybe?
Perhaps.
And so you had intention to learn and help. And so what's beings that could found their way to you.
But that possibly means between my knowledge and your knowledge of the Imperium, that if we were to get hold of some of their potions, we might be able to restore you in a way that you're more in control of.
Intention matters. We could save Brahm's mum.
could.
That would.
My
Yeah.
mutagens do require my blood as well. They are designed chemically to work only for me. I can start looking into this, but I would probably need some of your mother's blood. I know you have her blood in a way, but...
No, but... Well, if she ever comes back to the fighting pit, then... we can try and hit her again, but no, I think that's a possibility.
I can try and actually work out what started to break the psychological conditioning. Then that might be what you need to add to your mutagens.
Mm-hmm.
I was very good at what I did, but something made me see the reality differently.
And that's what changed you? The change in perception?
Don't get me wrong, I am still loyal to the Imperium, but the Imperium as the people. And those in power aren't serving them in a way that they should. I'm not changing my own personality and my own precepts on a whim.
Perceptia trusts you, by the way. It should go without saying that I do, but I don't know if that's worth saying as well.
Perceptia is part of you, and I trust you. So I will become used to her. And it's difficult for me.
You are not at all.
No.
In both senses of the word.
Well, quite. No.
Can we talk about Brahm and his problems?
Oh, you don't think we need to?
Oh, no, Brahm. She also wanted to talk about what was that with the eyes and the darkness? No!
Oh.
Abraham will prod you. No!
Ow. Oh, my guts. Right, okay. Wow, we really are, like, sharing. Okay, so... Hawthorne isn't here. That she, as we started getting close to the island, she kind of was like, there's something here I don't like, and then she's gone. And I think that was a couple of days ago. She's not here. And I thought, oh, she's helping me use whatever these powers are. Like, when I'm hitting things, she gets on things and does a little wiggle, and then does damage when they leave. And now it points at his discoloured eyes. It seems it's not just her, that maybe she puts a certain sheen on it, that whatever something happened all those years ago happened with Kimdak. I'm missing my memories of a large portion of my life. And then I went into the sea. And then next thing I know, I'm being dragged out of the sea. And I'm not sure what happened there. And, I mean, again, like, really, because he's like, right, this is one of my fears. Looks at these two and like, right, we're sharing. Perry is able to possess things. And there's a bit of me that's terrified that I'm not Brahm. That something else got into Brahm and is walking around in their skin. Thinks it's Brahm, but is wherever this... The darkness sort of crackles across his fingers. I don't know. I'm scared to find out, because there's a lot... Go on.
Does it matter? If you are Brahm, then you continue to be Brahm. If the original Brahm passed away, but you are in him, acting as him, and doing good in the world as he would have intended, does it matter?
Multiple emotions.
If we've been talking about people being infused with ether and other magical things and having the potential to be sleeper agents, for want of a better word, then that could be of a concern. But the
Right.
way you've been acting so far, Brahm, other than a lot of sadly staring into the middle distance, which understandable, and we all do it. What I have seen is that you are acting like a good and honourable person, and
I mean, gesture to Visaria. And like the fact that we've been doing a lot of like, you're not, yeah, yes, sleeper agent is a concern, but especially if there's something that wants to get into this, well, not temple, but you know, hopefully everything is well. And I'm just like, I keep saying I died, and I don't definitively know that the wound should have killed me. The fall, from what I know, should have killed me, but I don't know. And I guess the trick is I keep acting for the good, for the hope, you know. And if it turns out I am possessed by, I don't know, some kind of demon,
We sit on you.
you set on me. Yeah,
we did it with Rodney.
it's true. It's true. We helped Rodney, even when Rodney was telling us to let him go. We saved him, because that's what we do.
Josh, is there anything in Elodie's book of fairy tales or folk tales and fables, anything that she has heard of about creatures from the sea glomphing onto people? Or anything... glomp?
Phrase. Yeah.
Not phrasing. Glomphing. To
Glomphing.
glomp. Anything that might sort of parasitically... like a venom type situation, any creatures like that Elodie has heard of in folklore, fairy tale, fantasy that Bram's situation sounds like?
You can make me a history check.
Can I do it with advantage because I'm using my fairy tale book?
Sure, why not?
I'm going to add guidance as well.
You very politely go, it's not a Rumpelstiltskin. That's not what's happening here. I'm like, good.
Well, that's rubbish. I did not roll well, so what's that? 9, 13. Actually, it's a non-nat 20.
Oh,
Oh, that was terrible.
rip.
There's not any creatures or anything in your fairy tales or anything like that you can think of that has that sort of nature to it. The only thing that you can think of is the proposed parasitic nature of Aether.
Wait. Maybe you were plagued.
I was around Aether when I was small. My father, killed by harpies, but there's also a purplish hue to it, and I sat by his bedside. So, and
It's gonna get real close and like stare into your eyes.
Yeah, one of them's white, one of them's like a blackish grey colour.
Well, we would have noticed that before.
Yeah, but that's all you can really see.
Yeah.
Actually, make me a perception check.
Ooh, okay.
As my jaw starts unhinging, I'm like, surprise.
Do guidance again
Look
as well.
your head and hold your head very still so that she can stare in your eyes.
I think, my eyes flick up to you and then they'll look back at Elodie.
I'm helping.
So it's a 15 perception, but if you were to somehow argue that it was investigation,
The investigation actually probably does make more sense because it's like you're up close in his face and not just generally looking around.
I am prodding rather than.
In the eye.
It's a 21.
You look in his eyes and you look into his eyes intensely to the point where it begins to get a little bit uncomfortable for all of you. And just as you go to pull away, you could have sworn there was a streak of purple in one of his eyes, but it's gone.
There!
Ow.
No! Sorry, no, I didn't actually. Sorry.
Hold your head still very still.
Hat off.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. What did you get?
There was purple. Just a little flash, a briefest moment.
I mean, I also fell pretty bodily into the sea, which we know as drowns. Who knows what could have floated into the wound. If it's aether, I pretty much took it right to the bloodstream. And something brought me back.
To confirm it, it's that purple. I've still got the residue edges. The same colour.
Gets up close into Visenia's eyes.
I hold on to your head now.
Looking into Visenia's eyes is almost mesmerizing in a way. It's like looking at the night sky in a sense, even though there's like obviously the pupils are black, and then you've got that beautiful sort of, it's like an ice blue, isn't it? Your eyes are. Yeah, and then that fades out into the purple, and the purple's
purple.
Yeah, into like a pinky, into a pink, and then into the purple, and it looks like you're looking at the when you look out to sea and you see the beautiful blue ocean touching the sky, and the sky's got like that little purple hue to it because of what's out in space and stuff. And yeah, it looks like that. So you're mesmerized by that for a moment, but yes, it does look like that sort of purple briefly.
You shouldn't hide your eyes as much. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
I suppose being up this close, you both would have properly been able to see the gold flecks in Elodie's eyes as well. But it's, yes, the same purple. Well, this adds credence to the theory then. Brahm, you have undergone some sort of change. Maybe the ether inside you is sustaining you, or maybe it prevented you from dying in the first place, or maybe you are a being of pure aether. Something to take up with Hawthorne, I suppose, when you see her next. Can we circle back to I know this is important. Can we just go back to the part where you said there was something on this island that she didn't like and she left? And you didn't think that was concerning enough to tell us?
Brahm considers. I'm used to keeping my own counsel. I should have said, yeah. I
Emma,
don't.
that's very rude. Shh. Sorry.
Look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I let you. So which one's angry at me now?
Ember is always angry.
Look, Rhea. I'm sorry, Ember. I didn't mean to keep information. I have met Ember once. They tried to burn down the building again. Yeah, no. So something here Hawthorne didn't like, and as I said, I don't know what she is. When I recovered from my injury, I was walking, now realise, incredibly near Merkstead, and she just appeared, a fox spirit, and said her name's Hawthorne. She's a queen, and then we went on these adventures. She's always been there. Also, very interested in Perry. I think that's worth noting. I don't know if she's with Perry currently, or if she is, or she might be, because other people can see, Scarlet, you can see something. It's not just all my head. I'm not like...
No, I knew where she was, and now I can see her properly.
Which is interesting. That something has altered in you, which has opened that up.
Altered, I think it's more restored.
You thought originally it might have been because you died, Brahm, and it was people that had died.
I thought she was possibly, sort of like a psychopomp, took me from one world to another. Is there actually, in your book, is anything about, fox spirits or anything like that?
Flick, 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 flick.
Fox spirits. There is information very briefly because it's a fairy tale book and not like a bestiary or a fact-finding sort of book. But there is mention of foxes or one fox, potentially. You're not 100% sure. It's always been something that's confused you across all of the different stories. But a spirit fox does appear as like a messenger. Always gives a message to either the hero or one of the hero's magical companions, and then sort of fades away into nothingness.
I suppose that is similar to a psychopomp in a way, delivering a message then mysteriously disappearing.
And I also wondered, you know, especially now we're learning that there's all sorts of older civilizations, older spirits. You know, as I said, my dad was of the forest, was a wild elf. If there were spirits of the trees, or that. Look, I've had a few years with her trying to work it out, and then when I'm asking questions, she sort of does a little wiggle and like, "Oh, wouldn't you like to know?" And I would. I think she's tricky, and I think she's having fun, but I don't think she's malicious. So I suppose
I mean, it's mostly just a fox, really. Does she look like? We'll hold up a picture. Does she look like this?
George, does it just look like a ghost fox?
Well, the pictures in the book depict them more as a sort of blue, spirity type of creature, but in the visage of the fox. Whereas Hawthorne, you know, is usually black and white, but can take on other hues if she so chose to.
It's black and white and opposite way around. Like, I mean, if she was like my soul, she's like the reflection of me, you know, the eyes swapped around, and there's a lot. I think there's a lot going on here, and a lot that isn't explained. But I think, like, the stuff I'm doing without her is dark, you know, and it sort of comes out when I'm angry. Hungry. And if that is pure aphos, we've established that's hunger. That's not necessarily, that's not moral, because it doesn't care about that. It just consumes.
So, two things then. The darkness might be in you, but it is not you. It's a tool to use, and as long as you can keep grasp of the handle rather than the blade, you can continue to do good things. And trust that if we see you and your hands are in the wrong position, we'll knock it out of your hands and we'll stop you until you know how to pick it up again. And also, we work out what the fuck Hawthorne's scared of and we deal with that.
It's a good question.
Are you focusing on the magic that's inside of you, Brahm, currently?
You mean, am I trying to control it, or?
Yeah, you like focusing on, because you said you were like focusing on it, and
yeah, I think I'm sort of like, you know, having had it sort of like the spotlight put on it, I'm like looking. Also, because I sort of like watched it crackle across my fingers. So yeah.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no, I don't want to blow up my friends. 8.
As you, I think this is the first time you've probably, since Hawthorne's been gone, this is the first time that you've sort of looked in on yourself and tried to focus on that magic. Yes, you were able to get it to sort of crackle across your hands a little bit, but that felt like even that was a push. But as you look in on yourself and try to hone in on that magic, it's like everything around you goes dark in almost like this tunnel vision. Both Elodie and Visania sort of go down this long dark tunnel away from you, and you feel yourself in this dark void. And as you're there, you can feel that it feels like your body sort of floating around. And for Elodie and Visania, Bram's eyes have rolled back in his head at this point. And you can see these black veins have begin coming out of his eyes and extending outwards, very similar to what happened to Visania when she was here and grabbed hold of the amulet. Same sort of thing is happening to Brahm currently, going back inside. Brahm, as you're there in this darkness, you just you can hear your heart going boom, 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 like it does. But every time it does the boom, boom, purple lights begin shining around you, and then they fade to black, and then heartbeat, purple lights again, fade to black. And as you begin looking around, you can see drops of purple beginning to fall all around you. And then eventually you're in this, what seems to be like this void of complete and utter purple goo, water. It's like the stuff that Elodie had distilled, but all around you. And you can see as it is like clawing and trying to grab at you, that it begins to turn black and sloppy and horrible, and then all of these spikes just wrap around and stab into you in multiple different places, and it just absorbs into your body. And as your eyes reopen,
I've slapped him across the face.
I've cast guidance on him to help him with whatever he's trying to do.
You feel the full force of the slap, and the guidance is cast on you, but you know that something in you has just changed. And whereas before you felt a connection to Hawthorne, even though Hawthorne wasn't here, that connection seems to have been broken, and you can't feel her at all now.
Brahm, what was that?
I've been severed. I can't feel Hawthorne. She's left me, and I was in the void, the black, and it turned purple, and it's inside me now. I think I just broke a seal or something in me. So
it was trying to be stealthy, but as soon as you started thinking about it,
Hold on. I try and cast minor illusion.
As you go to cast minor illusion, what are you trying to cast?
I don't know. I just again, like, I don't think he even knows. He's just like, I'm trying to make something, like whatever my mind's coming up with, like, you know, sort of like, is it an apple or something basic that I can just look at, you know?
Your instinct,
Yeah.
You flick your hands around in like a sort of circle, and you cast the illusion, and your mind instantly goes to your father's lute that he used to play, and a small little image of that appears. But what also appears, dripping from your fingertips into the palm of your hand, is purple.
Like pure, like it's actually coming out. It's not
It's
like an
actually
image.
coming out. Everybody, both Elodie and Visania, can see this. Purple is just dripping onto your hand.
I grabbed, like, I don't know, we're in the kitchen still, right? Or the dining room. I just grabbed the blunt end of a fork and try and scoop it off you.
I have a question. So I am the champion of the Lady of Light, and this is the darkness. Is there a way that I could try and kind of like use my paladin things to try and at least
Paladin that shit.
Yeah, paladin that shit, and at least like lighten the load of even if I can't outright cleanse it.
You can try. How would you like to try? What is it you would like to do to try?
I mean, look, I've got lay on hands, cure wounds, and the cantrip light, and my kind of like focus.
What level paladin are you now?
I'm a level 4 paladin.
What's your divine celestial thing?
Peace.
Words.
Do you mean lay on hands?
No, words
Envoy
have
of
completely
peace.
left me. The thing that the clerics also get. Oh my god!
Like the divine
Channel divinity.
skill.
Channel divinity. Jesus.
I'd like to channel divinity through. I've got whatever I can do, and harness this divine power just to kind of like. I'm looking at what I've got, and then I'm just making up stuff.
Yep, that's fair. I'm going to ask you for. Let's go for Arcana, because it's magic based.
Intelligence-based things. I'm not smart. Can I have something wisdom-based? I am begging you.
Medicine.
If you can argue a wisdom based thing, then yes.
Can I help by I would like to bind Brahm. If he looks panicked at all by anything that's happening,
I think you do that, and you flicker. And
well, you need to make a saving throw.
yeah, I think also you're looking in panic, and I assume my eyes are fully black now. This is
Okay.
At this point, yeah.
yeah.
Can I?
Go on. What do I need to?
Strength saving throw.
Can you add a +5 to that, please?
28.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Didn't need that.
Yeah, and I also think because you've come forwards, Brahm has started to move backwards. You know.
How does the binding look? Just before Visania does their thing.
Yeah, it doesn't take any, because I'm not amplifying it. Because amplifying it wouldn't actually. I don't think amplifying would help the DC. No. But it is again just like a bite of the thumb, that poor little thumb wound that just never quite
Just
heals.
reopens, yeah.
Yeah. And there's just a little little symbol that gets sketched in the air. I don't think we ever. It's probably like the 7-pointed star, but it gets thrown like a net, kind of thing. But you're able to just, as the sort of the spectral blood in the air gets thrown towards you, you're able to just like waft it away.
I'd like to jump in just before that happens. So we've talked a lot about the idea that intention matters. So you asked me for I would like to kind of get my way into a persuasion role where I could help Brahm and persuade Brahm to think about the intention and the choices he wants to make, and let us help.
I also think for you, as a sort of military person, you're clearly watching a person terrified.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to bolt, probably. He doesn't know what's happening. He's going to get out of there. So I think if you're going to... you're going to tell him to fucking...
Your target is Brahm rather than the thing that is affecting Brahm, is what you're going for.
The thing affecting Brahm is the thing. It's its own thing. But it's a tool, and the tool is trying to use Brahm. I want to convince Brahm that he is fine and that he is in charge of the tool, that he can put it away, use what he needs, but put away the darkness, and we'll help him recover Hawthorne. But
I'm also going to make this more difficult, because Brahm has stated he thinks this is the only thing that's keeping him alive. So the terror is also, if you inadvertently try and heal him, you're going to kill him by driving this thing out. So,
but it's
as purple's oozing out of his
not
eyes.
away, but it's using you. We're putting it to this. Yeah.
I think this is good use of your skills. But both, yeah. I think even Elodie, as he just knocks it away, you kind of see like a glimpse of him being like, "Oh God, I'm sorry."
It's not even that. As Elodie goes to cast this bind, and it's sort of like this ring that tries to come around you. It's almost like your parts of your body begin to drip this purple sort of ooze, and like tendrils, very Venom-esque style, just shoot out and just break the barriers apart. And as they embed themselves into the floor and into the ceiling, you watch as this blackness just encompasses the entire purple across, like the tendrils all the way along. And at that moment, that's when Visania sort of dives forward, places both of her hands on the side of your face, and now you can make your persuasion roll.
I'm using bonus action Emissary of Peace that will give me a +5. That's a natural 20 for a 32.
Wow. I need a wisdom saving throw with advantage from Brahm, please. And because of the natural 20, the DC will be lowered.
Uh, 21.
So as this sort of ooze is just extended out of you, and droplets of Elodie was able to catch some of the purple droplets, but now there's black droplets dropping down as well. So if you want to, Elodie, you can catch those as well.
I think I'm going to do a Sean. Corvu, who has been here the whole time,
Yeah.
is going to fly around and kind of scoop some up as much as possible as well.
No,
It's been just
Corvu.
like started to jump up and down.
The corruption Corvu, no.
You do that, and as Visania, what do you say to Brahm to knock him out of this?
Just the part of it is just that I am now willingly holding his hands. Just holding them close, going, you control it. It does not control you. Beside the tool in your workman's belt, it is there at your disposal, but you do not need to choose to use it. You will find Hawthorne again. It is and add it to your tool. Yeah, choices. You are in control. Choices matter. Intentions matter. I've been there. You are here. You are in control.
As Brahm has his hands open like this in a panic, you lock your fingers in with his, but his fingers remain upright. The blackness begins to pull down his arm and then begins to pull off his hand and onto yours. And you can feel this burning sensation begin to ride up your skin as this stuff begins to try to start encompassing you. But with those words, Brahm, you feel something within you. You can see everything that's happening, but you're not in control of your body currently. And then Visania's words just break through, and it's like you've just pulled a mask off of your face, and you're now back in the room, and you can sort of resist and fight this thing off, and it begins pulling itself away from Visania's hands, and you can lock your fingers in with Visania as it sort of melds itself back into your skin. All of the spikes and things begin coming out of the walls, and everything just absorbs back into you and dissipates, and your eyes return back to their normal colour. And you do cough up a load of black phlegm.
Oh, okay. Now, bite on me.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean.
I was going to tell you things like, you are a good man, one of the best of us. You do, and then you throw up phlegm on that is.
I'm just gonna.
Brahm,
Brahm just hits the
I'll
floor.
get some towels.
Brahm, can you make me a death saving throw, please?
What?
Lay on hands.
Just rolling. It's an 8.
So that's a failure.
Lay on hands, lay on hands, lay on hands.
He's not dead. He's not taking any hit point damage. That's just a thing for the future.
Great.
So
Can you mark down that you have one permanent failed death saving throw? That doesn't come into account when it comes to you being in death saving throws. It comes into account for something else.
I don't know how to mark that down, Josh, but
Just
I'll put it in my notes.
put it in your notes that you've got one.
Hey, I got a weird feeling that no one's going to forget that now, but yeah. On D&D Beyond, there's just another section, and I'm like, one death saving throw failed.
Bram's you don't see this straight away, Brahm, but and I think Elodie would be the first one to spot this. Bram's skin has gone a grayer colour, more dead-like colour.
Well, that's going to be difficult to explain to Grace when I come back.
Not by much. He's just a couple of shades grayer. His green is a couple of shades grayer than what it was.
You don't remember when you died, do you? That's part of the problem.
Brahm.
Sorry, that question came very out of the blue, out of my own thought. There was a thought process that came before that. You've just gone through a lot. Don't worry about it. I'll ask you again another time.
I think it's very funny, like, because we've been talking about Nosferatu, that it just cuts to Brahm, and Bram's just doing the thing of, like, lying on his side, unmoving, and then you just sort of hit the sea, you just raise an arm and go, no, not really. I'm lying in my own vomit.
Yeah, no, towels. I'm so sorry.
Anyone have Presty? This is... Brahm.
Yeah.
I like the curry. I don't like the curry on me.
Did any of the black get into you?
More towels, more towels, more towels.
It tried. It's been there already.
Yeah, but it's looking for you, I think.
It is almost like you've got, for you, Fasania, you're used to pain. You've got a very high pain threshold. But even though you're wearing gloves and everything, if you were to just pull your glove down, but without anybody seeing, it looks like you've got 3rd-degree burns on your arm.
Dealing. It's fine.
It's not.
I promised you that we'd sit on you.
Yeah, but okay, that changes things. I'm an actual risk now.
I mean,
at least Elodie, you didn't get any of you. Well, gestures of floor. Nothing on you, right?
No.
Okay, that's.
Corvu, we'll sort of grab Corvu. Is it damaged Corvu at all?
No, Corvu, I would assume that you've sort of built a sort of compartment within Corvu to be able to hold samples and stuff, because that seems like a sciencey thing to do. So, Corvu's been able to grab this sample. Where are you going to put it is the question.
Yes.
You've got the little sort of saucepan with the purple in it already, and it's sort of like moving around slowly, but it doesn't seem to be like multiplying or anything. It's just slowly slopping about.
Okay. Cooking. Brahm, think cooking. Did Miss Hera have any sort of pots that seal, perhaps with clips on the side?
I can go look, yeah.
No, don't move. Just, did you see anything back?
Yeah,
Tell me where.
By sink, near under this sort of sink area, there's jars.
Going to go and fetch the fantasy Tupperware.
I'm sitting on Brahm's feet, he's not moving.
You can pick up the fantasy Tupperware and you can put the black thing in there if you want to. Do you leave the purple thing out in the open?
No. So the black goo in one Tupperware, purple in another, ideally. Unless, if it looks like it's not damaging Corvu at all, and if it can't get out of Corvu, does it look like it's trying to, like, if I have a quick look, does it look like it might be trying to infuse itself? Because Corvu is built around a gem, I think, has to be, or something like that. Does it look like it's trying to parasitically infect Corvu?
Doesn't look like it can, but it is a lot more volatile than what the purple one is.
No, black one's in the Tupperware, purple one's in Corvu, right? Or is it the other way around?
Other way around.
No,
other way around.
Was picking up the black. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will get Corvu to vom the black one out into Tupperware, and then maybe try putting the purple one, store it in Corvu.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because he can fly away.
Yeah.
If there's any need for it.
You can instantly tell the difference between the black and the purple. The purple just sort of sits there docile, and the black one is consistently jumping around trying to get out, but neither of them are gaining any mass or anything.
Sit!
Doesn't do anything.
Done it. I tried. Brahm, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's, yeah. What's your guys' passive insight?
11.
16.
Yeah. I think it's sad, just general, sort of like, rather than worry, it's sort of like, I even like with the 11, it's the look of someone who's like, felt that they had something, and then it's just crumble in their hands, he's just like, and then kind of looks at Hera, and I think Hera made the absolute right choice, because Brahm was going to just run, but just like, okay, that's a complication. I think I've damaged the roof, which is Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I assume that's what's going to happen when I even try and use the energy.
You were able to control it.
It didn't want to be controlled, it wanted to. And also seems to be searching for others to... But again, it's active. It's...
Is it all from the same source?
I think it got... If I'm thinking about what I went through as like a vision, there was like the ocean of purple, and then when it was getting to me, it was turning to black, like tar and shards. It's like, considering we've been saying Aether doesn't have like wants, whether they're watching this thing flubber around, that's a thing, that's an energy, that's something. That's whatever magic that's powerful enough to destroy a city, drop it from space or wherever. Sorry. No, thank you.
But she's just got a mage hand just kind of like dabbing you.
I mean, it's just his hands like, shh.
With a towel.
But it's mostly water.
Yeah. I think we're gonna need to reconsider some stuff if that's going to be a risk. I appreciate where both of you are like, we want to help, we want to facilitate. That's an active danger. I mean, look, you've been scarred by this thing. I don't know what It's a risk. It's a danger.
Say that, but I mean, you're the active one now.
For
But
now.
we all can be. I'm at constant risk of the conditioning coming back. Like, the help I've been given holds true, but I know what I can do. I think Elodie's possibly the strongest of us all in some ways, but she's still getting used to what she can do and how to harness it properly. Keep it safe. We can test a couple, but I feel... Here are the things that we know. Hawthorne didn't leave you. She ran because there was something here. Which means either by confronting the thing here or leaving here, that removes that reason for why Hawthorne's left and can come back to you. Highly likely.
And she didn't run away because of whatever that thing in you is.
But she was able to temper it, and her going, whatever it is broken through.
Maybe she didn't know.
I don't know.
Maybe she thought you had a handle on it. Maybe us talking about it and you thinking about it more and realizing the nature of it meant that it felt like it had to make a break for it or something. Whereas before it was more docile.
Well, I mean, 10 minutes ago I was talking about worrying about being a sleeper agent or a carrier of a plague, and wherever this thing is, it wants something.
This. So go back to that point. I know it's... I'm going to apologise. I know it's a lore point rather than the deep emotional feelings that we're going through. But we talked about what caused the gods to leave and why the cities fell. What corrupted the Aether.
And wherever that is, I have found a host. Well, I suppose if we're being sensible, we've got a job to do. We go find out what this cipher is. And maybe it's just not a good idea I go into whatever this... I know it's not a temple, but...
Come with. We'll plan it out carefully. If I remember to plan, I'm good at plans. And between you know how to scout new lands, you know how to use new information and ask the questions that we should be asking. This is something that the three of us can do. Like, if it was going to be any of us, we are the ones who can handle this kind of situation.
I mean, I don't want to be suspicious, but I think Solomon did decide to put, well, not only to gather us all, but to put the three of us here at this time. I mean, Guardians protect the others with Perry, but hopefully she hasn't burnt the place down by now. But
I would quite like her not to.
yeah, I mean, we've already lost one home in the last month, so yeah. Thank you to you both. Worrying, but we do what we can when we can, right?
Let's go sleep. Close enough, so if something... Close enough for the comfort. And then we wake up early and plans before breakfast. Before the others wake up.
Yeah.
Elodie's actually going to take a bowl from the table, wipe it out with one of the towels so it's clean, and get Corvu to put actually the purple sample in the bowl. And she's going to pick up the bowl and the Tupperware. Corvu, stay with Brahm. Keep an eye. And she's just going to walk into the kitchen just with a bit of a fixed look on her face.
Mm-hmm. You can walk into the kitchen.
Again, sort of like a falconer, put my arm out because I like Corvu, and sort of like, yeah, it is a comfort, you know.
It's just a little like tick tick tick, mechanical peck peck.
Very gentle, like kiss on his top of his head. I'm like, thanks. No, you did a good job catching all that stuff. You're very brave. Tap tap. Brahm goes into his pack, gets out the piece of wood and his father's knife, and is like, again, I think. Both of us are now doing like, cool, this is what we do when we're concerned. Science and carving.
Start making plans preemptively.
Yes, let's all go to sleep. Yes, we agree.
Yeah.
At one point, just like out of nowhere, kind of just going, when you're with me, going, my father's name was Zois. Just thought someone else should know. And that's it.
Looks up. Thank you. I know you think family doesn't necessarily have to be blood. You know that, right?
I know.
I love you both. And I just...
Elodie's in the other room already.
Yeah, no, I just... I don't even know.
It is at some point
Yeah.
in this kind of amorphous amount. So maybe you back.
Yeah.
She's in there now.
Yeah. This is tonight.
This is tonight.
Yeah.
Elodie will be preparing her mutagens for tomorrow, but will have that sort of fixed look on her face and stare at the kitchen equipment, wash some bits up, tie her hair up.
Oh.
Serious business. And get the fairy tale book out. And while the regular mutagens are distilling and boiling, we'll just sort of be like flicking through page after page after page. Like obviously stories she's read countless times. She knows each page like the back of her hand, but it's just like frustrated and like if you could see the like everyone is pacing behind her and she's just, why do none of you know anything about this? Like, why? We have read so much. We know so many stories. We know about so many... I'm just going to stare at the purple aether doing nothing. The purple aether doing nothing, is that the same as the aether that she's already distilled? The flubber?
If you were to look at, if you wanted to inspect it more closely,
Yes.
you are pretty certain that that is aether.
Yeah. But it's actually the stuff that I distilled was active, like the black stuff. So the one that Elodie has distilled is actually the combination of the two, whereas this is split, right?
Potentially. That's a theory that you come up with. You might need to do a little bit more.
Whatever, like she's gonna start prodding them both.
Yeah.
And doing tests, investigating. Don't lick it, no. We're definitely not licking the ether. Now that we know what it is, we're not putting it anywhere near the mouth.
The salad, you want it?
I want to eat it. This has been established.
Look, we've got the purple stuff, and then we've got the dark, corrupted stuff, which might taste of dark chocolate. You don't know. Give it a
I
go.
just eat the nice light purple stuff that's not the weird bad dark stuff.
There is a thought that does come through your head, Elodie, and it is something that Vesania has said before, where it was like your mutagens are quite close to how horsemen are made. So what would happen if you did put this tiny little piece of aether into one of your mutagens and then
Just
drunk
sample. You wanted it. I mean, it poured out of your friend's face, but...
Yeah.
And then
She'll go
what would
back
happen
and
if you
forth
put the
with it.
black one in one and tried it?
Well, I don't want what happened to Brahm to happen to me. I think the black one requires more prodding and testing to figure out before she would trust it. But the purple one, as it is docile, there is the sort of the back and forth about it. And then she'll put it in the Solarimus potion.
Okay.
Is there... How much of it is there? Would it take the entire sample?
Yes. Yeah, because it's only a tiny little bit. Well, no, I'd say you probably got a few drops of it, so you could use one drop in the Solarimus one, and it will leave you with, roll me a d6.
4.
So it'll leave you with 3 more samples. And when I say samples, I mean these are like tiny little specks.
Elodie drink it.
We were thinking aether can be used for things like powering cities. And Solomon very specifically said not to experiment with using it on weapons. Because it can be big and dangerous. But the problem is controlling whatever is in Brahm. So, what we've also had an issue with is the drowners causing paralysis. And something that has been flicking in the back of Elodie's mind as well is there an antidote for that can be made? Brahm has also had the issue with the paralysis today. The towels that we mopped up, I'm sorry, Talia, this is gross. Did Brahm vomit any blood?
No, it's just black bile.
That's a shame.
I mean, if you went in with like a knife and just like, so that's
Stab him!
I mean, wouldn't be the first person to do that, but yeah. The cliff outside if you want to push him off it.
History repeats itself.
No, she's been overtaken by the bad stuff.
Oh no, she needs to drink it. Sonya's like, oh no, and I need to drink it all to make sure you don't get infected.
Oh no, I must protect you from it.
The question is, do you drink? Do you want to experiment with it now and try it now, or do you want to risk doing it in the middle of combat? Would you rather know what it does beforehand or take that risk? Because Celerimus is your most used mutagen. And I would allow you to make another one afterwards. You don't. It's not a case of you use it, you then don't have Celerimus for tomorrow because that seems shit.
Assuming she doesn't explode into tentacles.
If I was going to do that, I would I'd probably keep the one in Celerimus, but I would maybe use a second one of the drops in the Perceptia vial. She's who Elodie needs now, because that's to do with figuring things out. Not that she actually gives intelligence boosts, it's wisdom, but still helpful. Yeah, so maybe that's the one to go for with the second drop. Yeah. She'll do a second drop in Perceptias. Stare at it a moment. Listen to, I'm assuming, the awkward silence while you two are whittling and... What was Hera doing? What was Visenya doing?
I have so many maps out.
Sure.
I'm in the living room. I've got all the notes. I'm like, cool, I just researched this place by myself then, I guess.
She'll down the potion. The Perceptia potion.
You down the potion and it goes down the exact same way it does. You're able to take on the persona of Perceptia. For anybody who was to look at you, there is, closely, there is a slight tinge of purple in your golden eyes now, as you are Perceptia. You're not going to know if it has any effect on any of your abilities unless you try using something.
Mm-hmm. Can I see in the dark better? I don't know.
Do you have dark vision normally?
No. Oh, I do, yes.
Oh, you do. I was going to say, you can see in the dark now. You ate your aether, you can now see in the dark.
What she's going to do, she's going to, assuming that the other potions are sort of done and settled, she doesn't need the burner on anymore, we'll turn them off. And head into the dining room and come and just start cleaning up the towels. And then bring little stone or nut or bolt or something to cast light on it and just sort of come over and without saying a word, just sort of nod at Brahm and just sort of look as if she's doing a general medical checkup, as if it's a routine.
Puts the wood down, pushes the knife away from him. Okay.
Like looking in his eyes and looking over where the black came out of his hands and that kind of thing.
If you were to, you're actually visibly inspecting Brahm. Not going to ask you for a roll because you're going to come across it quite quickly. There is a black spot on the back of Bram's hand, and I mean like the black spot, like Pyrus,
black spot.
Like that sort of spot on the back of Bram's hand.
Which one?
The one with that was damaged.
My left one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good because I went like that. So yeah.
Because he usually is wearing like a hand brace, but he takes it off as well, and then gets to see him. He's like, oh, well, fuck. So is it just black, or does it look decayed or bruised, or kind of like?
It looks like the skin around it is decayed more than what the rest of your skin currently looks now. It also doesn't look like it is like somebody's dabbed a bit of paint on your hand. There's like a
Is
Elodie, if you
necroticized.
wanted to go, your finger would disappear through his hand.
I mean, she wouldn't.
But you wouldn't. Or if you were to like stick something in
Right.
there, like say you're an experimenter, would you stick like a pencil or something in there to see? Because it looks like a hole in his hand, but you can't see out the other side.
Does it hurt?
You're putting your finger inside my hand. Josh, does it? Can I feel that?
No, can't feel
No,
it at all.
no. Or you just appear to have.
If Elodie was to sort of rub the edge of the hole, then yes. Sorry.
I mean, I'm aware around the rim of it, but the actual no, I can't feel that. Yeah, I've just got the void in my hand. That's, as one does.
I have tweezers as part of my gear.
Yeah, go on then. I'd just say
Alchemist
yes.
supplies.
Yeah, of course
Alchemist
you would.
supplies would have
Yeah.
tweezers. Yeah. Would sort of very gently, very carefully, get the mage hand. Oh, I can't cast light and mage hand at the same time. Oh no, because light stays, right? It's not
You
concentration.
can cast it on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mage hand is holding the little scrap of metal with light on it, and she'll use the tweezers to kind of go in the. Is there anything that I can grab onto in there that's not just a bit of Bram's flesh?
Inside the void itself, no. You can grab onto the pieces of his flesh on the outside, but in terms of
Don't
what's
wanna
in
pull
it, no.
Okay.
What if? Hey, sorry, this is much more interesting than my notes right now. I can also do put light on the tweezers and see if that stays or extinguishes.
I wouldn't suggest doing it on the tweezers because you might lose it. If you two need to drop something into the void that is my hand, then by all means, but maybe not something that you're going to miss.
Well, I don't want to lose anything inside your hand.
Hold on. I pour out a copper. There you go.
I rolled a 16, by the way, on performance check for this.
You do want to drop stuff into my hand. I knew it.
No, it's the Perceptia doing Elodie's voice again.
Oh, okay. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
My passive insight is 16.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Cassania picks up on this, but you can drop the copper coin in.
Mine
and-
is also 16. I don't care. She's a scientist. I understand this.
But cast light on the copper first, so that
Yeah. As soon as you cast light on it and drop it into the hand, the light is seemingly instantly extinguished and the coin disappears.
So
Get
I've
out
got-
my bag of holding.
What?
Let's
This is
not
how we end up in the astral plane, which we've established doesn't exist.
put Bram's hand in my bag of holding.
news for us. This episode, entirely new characters and new place in the world.
My hand just coming out of a portal somewhere, going, "Hello."
Bram, make me a perception check, please.
I'm not actually going to do that, by the way.
You considered it. We have to acknowledge that. 19.
Where's your mace?
With my bag.
Is it?
What about my shield?
Shield's with you.
Huh. Look around. Well, did either of you take the mace?
As soon as you say mace, all of these black tendrils pour out of your hand
Oh shoot!
and form into the mace in your hand.
Found it.
Right. Okay.
Orb slot.
What did you just call me?
No,
Excuse me?
like in the weapons, and you have the gaps that the power orbs go into.
like in the shield, yeah.
Your hand. Sorry, I'm making up a theory. I'm not
No,
Oh.
that's. I mean, so my hand consumed my mother's mace and has now turned it. Is it all just shadows, Josh? Is it?
No, it looks exactly like it did before.
Oh,
but
so it just like a bag of holding and just sort of appeared.
think
and
of it more like a packed weapon.
I'm turning into a hexblade. Amazing.
Well, actually, no, because 2024 warlocks can take pack weapon and summon any weapon they want without being a hexblade.
Hooray!
You just have to take that as an invocation.
I played. It was fun.
Two questions though.
Right.
Did it hurt?
No.
And hey, look at you. You're not exploding. Not a question. I appreciate that second. Not a question. I appreciate that second.
No. Good to see you again, Miss. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's you seem to understand the stuff. Right, I'm going to try something else. Both of you be ready. I'm going to try the illusion thing again. Let's see how it goes. Get the towel.
I had to slap him again.
Moves the knife and pushes it towards Elodie just in case. Because Elodie's got the gun, but just like, hey.
I'm not going to shoot you.
I'll just cut your hand off. Right, okay. Let's try the apple thing again. I try and cast minor illusion to summon an image of an apple.
It seems to work. Your magic is now like when you cast it, it's the color of the void. It's complete blackness whenever you cast something. It's like Star Wars reference. It's like the Darksaber, the blackness with the white around it.
Well, that's fun. Second test. I try and cast light on my palm.
You cast light, except for it's like one of those inverted lights where you get the benefits of how the light spell works, but it's black.
So I put my hand over it and I was like, that's going to be interesting for stealth. But
Actually, no, I'd say it's more stealthy than a regular light.
interesting. Well, it's not jumping out of me, and it hasn't sort of gone far over you. That's
I would just like to say as well that in order for you to cast these spells, you'd have to put your mace down. Your mace dissolves into the black liquid and goes back into that hole.
interesting. So the mace is just living in my hand for now. Can still do magic. Doesn't seem to be. I mean, we're assuming it's bad, but well, at least I am.
As long as you're staying in control of it.
For now. Well, as you've both said, you can. It's not. I'm not the tool. I'm the welder. So.
Your hand, tendrils come out of your hand again, and a hammer is in your hand. A warhammer.
Can you make a different hammer? Because we need to fix that roof in the morning.
Back you go. Carpenter's hammer.
Appears.
What are the magical weapon upgrade orbs made of, Josh?
They're made of, it's like a really strong glass with with the magical element inside of it. So fire magic, ice magic, all of the different types inside of it. That there have been experimentations throughout time where they've been able to develop other magics other than the standard 7. So ice magic is an example.
But Brahm didn't actually get an orb, right? You just got the slot in the
I've got
shield.
the slot, yeah. Ingrid says she will possibly find one in the temple, but
Yeah,
I haven't got
you got a slot you've got it in the mace, haven't you?
in the shield.
Oh, in the shield. Okay,
Because
yeah.
the discussion we were having is that it was a hole in a shield, and we were like, that doesn't make any sense. And now the shield's got a little cap, so we
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
And I didn't get one for my gun because I upgraded it myself, right? I think I've made it a +2 or something. I can't remember the.
It's a plus.
Upgrade that too, but it's not
Most people have added their proficiency bonus to their weapons,
Yeah.
to their damage.
Yeah.
I think Brahm was the only one that went for the orb
Yeah.
slot.
We just need to
So
find
we don't actually have a not materia.
Yeah, not materia, not materia.
Not materially.
No, you haven't been able to find one yet.
Okay. In all of the stuff that Brahm was just doing, Perceptia would have been watching. I know that's sort of investigation, but I was angling for a medicine check, which is wisdom based, or an insight to see if there's any flash of a creature controlling him and trying to seem totally chill.
You could definitely make a medicine check.
Let's go medicine. Oh, well, that's a big crock of shit, isn't it? We'll have done guidance as well to make it 12.
You don't see that purple flash in Bram's eyes. What, with your scientific knowledge, whatever it is that has happened to him seems to be... what's the word I'm looking for? It looks like it looks like he's trying to settle into whatever has happened to him, and whatever it was that tried to take over him looks like it's not. It's dormant at the moment, possibly, maybe because of the help that Visania gave with the channel divinity.
And then in terms of Perceptia, has anything doing what she does, which is sort of intuitive, wisdom-based things, has anything changed? Do I feel any different? Do I feel particularly alert or anything?
You feel that your vision is slightly more microscopic than what it was before, but there is part of you that feels a bit sort of queasy and lightheaded as well.
Okay. I'm trying to think what else I could have done to experiment with this.
When I say microscopic level, it's like you look at Bram's arm and it's like, and you can see literally the hair molecules individually on his, like you're proper on the surface level of his skin sort of thing. That's how your vision is gone. So that would be, well, you already get advantage with perception checks, don't you, when you're in Perceptia? Yeah,
Yes.
So you would get an additional +2.
Nice.
If you consume with Aether.
Yes. Yeah.
I just want to have I don't want to be stepping over boundaries, but I just want to think Bess would just be wanting to know, just have a look at Perceptia, just go, is there any reason why she's been brought back out? Is she, like, concerned, or is she just they're just using her for a double check? I'm happy to just be very passive with this, but I just kind of want to have a...
Yeah?
Yeah.
What sort of check do you want to make in opposition to that, Nat? If you want to try and oppose it.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's not been a question asked, so she's not sort of... I mean, she put on a performance check earlier, which was fine, but wasn't specifically about why. She's just sort of not brought it up. So it might be more of a perception check to see if you can see the purple in her eyes.
Yeah, I want a vibes check.
Brahm doesn't doubt this. Bram's like, oh, she must be like a doctor or something. Of course she's coming back.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
One, here's the thing. Nice older woman creep me out. But also then, Elodie knows that we're getting used to each other, so there's a reason why she's brought her out. Is there something that I should be concerned about?
You can roll insight.
Yeah. Just having a vibes check, looking at her.
Check the vibes.
Let's see. Don't need to... Insight's a +6. 25.
Doesn't look like there's anything concerning about why Percepti is here. Just maybe it is down to the fact that Elodie is a little bit more confident with her medical skills when Percepti is around. So, and obviously Bram's just been through quite a traumatic event, so that might be why. It's likely why. No indication whatsoever that there's any sort of aether that had been used at all.
Right, well, you seem to be working as we might hope. That's more of a relief. I'll back to my potions.
You feel very tired, Perceptia. Very tired.
Oh dear. Yes, back to the potions. I'll just pack them up and then bedtime, I think. We'll stagger into the kitchen. Wanted to also take another look. Now that I've sort of noticed I've got this sort of slightly more zoom in, almost like an owl's vision, kind of like properly zooming in. I want to go and have a look at that black aether again. If I can see anything else about it.
Yeah. You go and have a look at it, and with your heightened vision that you currently have, you can see that it is black, but whatever it is overlapping the purple underneath it, as if the black is the dominant force between the two. So there's still some purple mixed in with it, but the black is there. Basically, they're two separate entities. The black is the more controlling of the two.
Cool. I think the intention would be to try and distill it further, to try and remove all of the black from the purple. I appreciate that you've been suggesting she's been getting more tired, but I think in this moment she's also still very like, no, we've got to figure out what this is to help Brahm. She's going to try and push through, pack up her mutagens so they're safe and ready to use, and then just kind of stare down this black aether and start working on it.
Start working on it, and if you're trying to do the same thing you did with the other one, where you like trying to burn away the excess stuff, I'm gonna need wisdom saving throws from all three of you.
Sorry.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
sleepy peepee.
What number is that? Oh dear.
21.
Natural one.
Oh my god, I'm the only one who's like, I'm immune to this because I am it.
13.
Oh no.
13. Okay, 13's not bad.
I've come to go and tell you to go to bed.
As the venom just.
Wait! No!
Elodie or Perceptia and Vesania both take 10 points of psychic damage, and Brahm, you will take 5 points of psychic damage as this thing screeches in your heads. All of you have been affected by aether in some way or another, especially now that Perceptia has ingested some of it, and whatever it is you're doing to this thing, it is screaming out in pain that causes you all to sort of hear it in your minds.
But does it sound like a broken chord?
It does sound like a broken chorus.
Science!
Is the question I was also going to ask you about what you said about Sunny, but whatever you are doing, stop it, go to bed. Ow!
Don't poke my bile. What are you doing?
No, I'm so close. I'm so close to something with this.
Adeptia, questions in the morning. You are tired. We are tired. None of us have the energy or the spell slots to fix it if we cause another explosion in somebody else's house.
suppose she is the wise one.
Yes. And also, if you don't do this, I will continue to be terrified of you, of the fact that you have power and need to know, but also not necessarily the wisdom or the care to not think about how it inflicts on other people. Don't do that to Elodie.
Fine. We're just trying to look after young Brahm.
I appreciate
I
that.
mean, please.
Just like puts a finger up and goes, let's just, how far away is the medical tent from us?
It's just outside the building.
Just sort of like to listen, to be like, because I assume this is later in the evening. Can we hear like the movement of anyone? Is anyone else infected? You'd think if that suddenly happened to you unexpectedly, you would have reacted. Like, is there noise from upstairs and is there noise from the tent?
Everybody can make perception checks if they want to.
It's a 5. Ow!
That was a nat 20 for a 21. No, a 23 now because of my extra +2.
It was not that high.
So you don't hear any other sort of shouts or "ow, my head" or anything like that come from anywhere else.
Either
No one else was affected. Also good to know.
something. I don't know if it's a proximity thing or it's just generally. But I assume, as we said, that if that's what Sunny hears with the ether, that's
Right.
Poor little mate.
yeah, that's.
New concern is why she hears it at all. I had meant.
She heard it from the previous Aether that Elodie had worked on. Excuse me. She'd heard it from the previous Aether that Elodie had worked on. In the same way that we're hearing it now, which means that she's got some connection to the Aether.
Can you make a
Some
Constitution saving throw, please, Perceptia?
I'm going to get her a chair as well. So I think this is, you know.
That's another nat 20 for a 22.
You feel exhaustion begin to take hold of you, but you're able to fight it off.
All right.
Oh, hang on. Bram, the belt of... I need the toxin flush one. It's the clear one, love.
Okay. Hands it to you.
Thank you. Okay. Interesting.
Still feel tired.
Oh, no.
Okay. I can't believe I have to do this like a cop. Have you taken anything recently?
Yes, I wanted to see how it would work with the... Given that we were talking about how it's all a similar process, the mutagens and the process with the horsemen, and I wanted to try and see if I could find something that would help you.
I appreciate it. So you put the aether that fell out of me into one of your mutagens, and
Just the good stuff, not the
No, Hera.
angry bit.
Aether, Hera. It's a bad idea, Hera. Don't eat it, Hera.
I think I spent. Why do you want to eat it, Hera? Why?
Feels. I don't know. It feels right.
I mean, there's a black one if you want to eat the bile, but
No,
I
don't eat that one. Well, look, case in point. Hey, look, it worked really well for a little bit, but it's not sustainable.
Right. It's in contest with you. It seems to be exhausting you. You burn. It's like fire. You're burning extra hot, but it's burning through you. Mm-hmm. That's something. I also assume that's similar with the horsemen. You know, you create a great amount of energy, but that does have effect on the body and the soul. So we've established certain versions don't have a soul, don't have like a spirit or whatever. That, as we're watching it still bounce around, obviously is angry, and I don't know if it's... as we keep saying, I think we need to go to bed. It's getting late.
So maybe I need to try it with the black one instead then.
No, please don't eat my soul blackness.
With your consent, Elodie, and I'm just going to very slowly move forward to pick you up and just...
No! Oh, no.
You gotta go to bed, kid.
Ah.
I have a 6-year-old child. You think I can't handle tantrums at night time?
This is not a tantrum.
It's a tantrum.
I'll bring you. I was about to say I'll bring you some hot milk if you want. But that
Just make sure my stuff.
I will do. I'll put it all away.
But don't drink it.
I'm not going to eat it or
Actually,
drink
no,
it.
Brahm, you can't. No, Visenya, put me down. Brahm can't touch the
I'll do it.
The black... No, you can't touch it either because it wants you to.
I'll get a stick.
No.
Yes. Go to sleep, Elodie. I'm not good. Look.
You're the most intelligent. Like, you are smart and intelligent and wise and know all about this stuff. Go to bed so you can do it properly in the morning rather than half-assed now.
Okay, but Corvu is staying with both of you to watch over you.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Corvu, who has been on my shoulder this entire time. He's been here this entire time. So, yeah, no, Corvu will keep an eye on us. Thank you. I'm sincerely grateful for you trying to help me. That said, I have dropped a coin inside my hand, which could come out at any moment. We can't be prepared.
As you turn your hand that way,
Yeah.
coin falls out.
How long does the light? Does it still have light on it?
Yeah.
Still
has light on it.
Hey, you came back.
Lasts an hour.
Yeah, just like interesting. Note to yourself: how much can I fit in my hand? Looks at the chair. Not now, Ford.
Extra storage unit.
But it could be.
It could be.
It could be. So you're all going to go to sleep. You have to go into the sort of the more living quarter area, which is more like a front room, to set yourselves up for sleep. Does anybody grab Elodie's stuff from the kitchen is the question.
Yes, but I'm not touching the Aether because she asked me not to.
Okay. You can look at it.
Corvu can pick up the fantasy Tupperware.
There.
When Corvu picks up the fantasy Tupperware, there is nothing inside it.
Interesting.
Fun.
There is a particular point that I do want to end on as well, so we'll get to that in a moment.
But at what point did it disappear? Because it was there when Perceptia went back into the kitchen because she was staring at it and she was experimenting on it before the others.
In between, yeah.
Yeah. Disappeared at some point.
At a time. An unsolved mystery here in this lighthouse.
Go on, Josh.
As you all go to sleep and you're all allowed to hit that long rest button. Yay!
Oh.
You are all woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of something. Well, actually, 2 of you are woken up in the middle of the night by something smashing. The 2 of you that are woken up are Visenya and Brahm.
Right. Is that you?
As you open your eyes and look, you can see a shadow. It can't be a shadow because it stood in the middle of the room and it looks exactly like Elodie, and it's holding a pistol, probably Elodie's pistol, to Elodie's head, who is laying on one of the sofas. And as it turns and its head unnaturally twists and looks towards you with Elodie's exact face, this big grin comes across, big spiky teeth grin comes across its face from ear to ear, and its jaw extends outwards unnaturally, and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No.
Oh no. No.
Unhinged doors. No.
It is actually venom. Hey, Eddie.
Distance.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this. If you'd liked what you've seen, we stream D&D on Mondays from 6 p.m. UK time. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll Together RPG if you'd like to catch up with any of our previous episodes. If you're on there now, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below, because it helps the algorithm let us know what you like so we know what to make more of for you. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club dice heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as $1 of your local currency per month, or 1 goat, or 1 blob of aether that must not be given to Nat for experimentational reasons.
Oh, let her do some experiments.
Just a little bit of science never hurt anyone.
Fine. The void hungers. It needs food. Bring the goats.
Doing the Nora voice on us doesn't help the situation. Anyway, we're going to go now. We shall see you next week. Goodbye.